We've got some lovely guests for you tonight, and we've got something different again.
Yeah.
So, as some of you might know, this is lovely Tommy Lee and Nichola down below.
Hello.
With the name change.
We have
a name change.
We have a new name change. So we're going to introduce Tommy Lee, and for those of you who don't know, we'll let Lee and Nichola tell you who they are and what they do, and if any of you could pop Lee's link into his channel, that would be great. Thank you.
Oh, shall I tell them the change that we've done now?
Mm.
All right, well, I'm Lee, and this is my lovely wife, Nichola. Bills and Moon. I was Fix It for Reselling on YouTube. I've changed the name now to Retro Electrical Repair because it just describes a little bit more about what I do. Yeah. And I no longer am a full-time eBay reseller. I've gone back to proper work.
Oh, we didn't know that.
Why?
Nicola's gone back to it. Nicola's still working on eBay.
Yeah.
Ooh, what new news?
Yeah. I've been doing it for about 3 months secretly.
So there you go, guys. Exclusives here first. So if someone could please put Lee's channel link in the chat, I would very much appreciate it. And if you're not subscribed, as it does say at the top, then go and give our lovely guests a sub and show your support, because we know you're all fantastic, and that's what we love about you lot on here. You're all brilliant. And we also have a lovely other guest who some of you met before and some of you might not are, but she is. Which way am I going? It's Glamour.
I'm here. Hello, fellow Americans. Hello, UK Americans. UKians.
You just invented a word, and we're going to go with it.
Yeah.
So, Glamours, if you'd like to tell everyone who you are and what you do, for those who might not know.
It's my secret. Thank you, though. I'm joking. My name is Glamour. I do Glamour's Closet, and it's a YouTube channel here on YouTube about reselling, and all of the silliness that goes with it. I've got more of it's sort of the lighter side of reselling. I've got more of a lightweight version of, I'm not kind of hardcore. But I'm so thrilled to be here today. Thank you so much, Tommy Lee and Nichola, for letting me be here with you today.
Thank
you, Lindsay and Alvin, and your lovely chat. Your chat is always so sweet and warm and welcoming. They're absolutely just wonderful. They really are. Y'all really are.
We love them all. A lot of our chat these days comes from over your way, because we've made friends with so many people from your channel, and they're all just absolute. We love them all. Yeah.
We block the ones that aren't. Yeah, like we block the wankers.
Oh, it's got to be done. They need to be blocked. No wankers.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, you're a wanker.
So we're here tonight, and Tommy Lee and Nichola are going to try the snacks and treats that Glamour sent, because Nick won Glamour's giveaway when we did like the last taste testing thing that we did on this channel and on Glamour's channel. So Nick won that box. They've now got their box. They're gagging to get into it.
I love your eBay boxes. They're much better than ours.
Yeah, your eBay boxes are stronger than our ones.
Yeah.
Ours are so flimsy.
Mm.
I think somebody actually put the tape on it, but yeah, I'm not. Was it an eBay box, or was it just like a box with the eBay tape on it?
Yeah, no, Well, it's got eBay on the side.
Oh no, it does. I'll be
Yeah.
darned. Yeah.
Mm.
I order so many things online that like I end up with a stack of boxes, so I just pick one, but when it comes to sending to the UK, I try to pick as strong as possible because I know that they're gonna there's at least 2 countries worth of really disappointed mail carriers, and they're probably drop kicking it all across like 2 continents and 1 ocean. I mean, it's messed up. So yeah, I try to protect it.
I used to work in the courier trade, and I've seen some really damaged parcels.
Right.
Mm.
Yeah, I bloody
Even the
hell.
ones that get run over by a forklift.
Yeah, they're like, I didn't want to pick up your crap today, Glamour. And they're like punching it midway as it's falling down. Yeah,
Yeah.
I totally get that.
A minimum paid job.
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to quickly pop into the chat and say hi to people, and then we will hand it over to Lee and Nick so they can get trying. Because if it's anything like we were gagging to get into that box. I even nicked half a twig.
You may be gagging when you come out of it. You never know. American stuff is kind of sometimes it's a little weird.
Right, so we have the lovely Elaine.
Hello,
Good evening, Elaine.
Hi,
We've got Mummy.
Hello.
Lynn. I hope you're feeling good today.
We've got Zoe. Good
Hello,
evening,
Zoe.
Zoe. We've got Phil.
Hello,
Good
Phil.
evening, Phil.
How are you?
Bill.
We've got Harry. Good
Hello,
evening,
Harry.
Harry. Lovely to see you. We've got Aisha Dancer.
Hello, Aisha
Kristen.
Dancer.
That's my homegirl. She lives in the same state that I do.
We got Andy.
Hello, Andy. How are
Andy's our buddy from the scrapyard, if no
Yeah.
one knows.
you?
We got
Good.
Pima.
Murph, how you doing?
We got
This is
Matt.
Boomer.
Yo, my brother from another mother.
Maximus, hello.
We got lovely Lisa.
Hey, Liz.
Hello, lovely Lisa.
Let's go.
There you go.
Right.
Max said, shout out to the host for the most. Thank
That's
you.
right.
Ready?
Lisa says, I can't get used to your new name. You will eventually, Liz.
Is that me?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so. I think you will eventually, because we've changed our name twice since we started YouTube, and we've only been on a year.
Oh yeah, you keep changing yours, moving the words around, don't you?
We went from, I think it was Lindsay and Alvin Resellers UK,
Yeah.
so then it was Lindsay and Alvin Dumpster Divers UK, and then we was just like, let's fuck about play on words. And
I've left my logo very similar.
yeah,
Yeah.
I've tried to keep that the same.
you still call him Tommy Lee.
Yeah, it's still good with that.
Hello,
Lovely
Michael
Michael
Francis. How are you
Francis.
doing?
And we have Tamara
Tam the
Man.
man. Hello, hello.
Bill.
Night time and Bell.
We have my YouTube bestie
Hello,
Soph's in the
How are
house.
you doing? Whoop, whoop.
Hey,
Wah,
Sophie.
Yeah, Soph loves the wagwan. We've got Chris. Good evening, Chris.
Hello, Grace. How are you?
Yeah, Chris.
Chris.
Soph says, what are you doing, Leo?
Yeah, that's me. Shall I say? Shall I say what I do? I work in Asda.
There is
He's
nothing to be
cute,
ashamed of
Asda.
working in Asda.
Not cute.
What's Asda?
It's a
It's-
supermarket chain.
It's
Ah.
like your equivalent to Walmart, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, Walmart used to own them. They don't own them anymore.
Asda people probably decided they wanted to make more than 2 cents an hour. That's why.
Apparently, the people who own it now are doing a worse job than Walmart.
Oh God. I didn't think that was possible. Wow. We lost our #1 spot.
I
Yeah,
used to
no,
work
it was
at
just something completely different. I was only going to do it like part time,
Mhm.
and it was just something completely different. I've never worked. Well, I say I never worked at retail, but we've done eBay, so we kind of like have. But you know, I've never worked in a supermarket, and after a week, they were just like, right, you're working every day of the week now.
Yeah.
Love
Forward
that.
facing
I love
customer
that.
service. Yeah.
But it's good. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, the house we bought. I mean, we got it so cheap because it was like pretty much derelict. We've done so much work to the house, but there's still rooms. I mean, I haven't even touched the back bedroom in like 5 years because when we got this, it was full of the old guy stuff. The old guy died here, and the house was empty for like a year and a half. So all his stuff was left. They had trouble finding a relation who could like sell the house and stuff. They didn't want to clear the house out. So the room has always been
They're
full
like,
of like
as
either his
is.
stuff, and
Yeah.
then it's full of eBay stuff. So
his stuff sells quite well on eBay.
Yeah,
That's the problem.
yeah, the old guy stuff is made
Yeah,
his
good
fortune.
stuff.
But,
That's cool.
Yeah.
And it came with the house. I love that.
but that's it now. Just,
And it all goes to America.
oh yeah, it does all go to America.
That sounds, yeah,
A lot
that
of
tracks.
magazines. A lot of time. He had a lot of Time magazines from like 19. He had every single edition from the 60s, from about 64 to about
Oh.
81. Like
Oh,
every
wow.
year, every single edition for every year, stacks of them.
That is
Like,
some cool historic stuff. I bet he did have some really cool stuff. Yeah.
I mean, I sold like an absolute ton of them to a guy in America. It's more of the older ones because he wanted the old vintage Rolex adverts, the Amiga watch adverts, and I looked up his website, and he actually like cuts them out and frames them, and he sells like one picture for sort of $200 to $300 on some of them, depending on what the Rolex advert was. So I literally had to scan through every single magazine. We're talking hundreds of them. Went through them all, took a photo of the front cover, took a photo of the advert, and then I sort of put them on Google Photos so he could see them, shared them with him, and he just went through, picked out all the ones he want, over the months, and then
We
I
had
sent
some
him a
really
massive
cool
bundle.
NASA space pens. They all went back to America.
Oh,
we
yeah.
had 3 of them. and-
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had some really interesting stuff.
He did have some really lovely stuff.
I mean, he's still got his ration book from the World War II is still in the house.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Cool.
That's
and,
cool.
And that was him. This is
He's got a picture. She's weird. She keeps pictures of old people we don't know.
this is his parents. Oh, I can't even get that on
It's
camera.
up there.
Yeah. That's my profile picture. That's Kitty, and that's John Senior. And he used, in World War II, he used to do runs down to the coast, and he had a declaration that he wouldn't keep stuff and sell it as contraband. It was really interesting, but yeah.
That is cool.
Mm.
That is really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool, isn't it? I really like that.
Excuse
And
me.
he had about 10 VCRs just dumped in the corner of this house as well, and that was before we did all eBay reselling, and we just threw them out because we didn't know.
I bet you were gutted when you found that.
Yeah. Now I was like, Jesus, we just threw them in the trash.
Yeah, that was, and some really lovely, like, Urkel style furniture just went in the skip. How dreadful is that? Because we just didn't have the
If
space.
they're us,
for
we would have been in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would have loved that skip.
Yeah. But back to the story, that's why we're like sort of clearing the house out so we can finish decorating it finally after 5 years of living here.
Oh, good for you for like going and getting another job. Because I used to work in Quick Save, and there's no shame in working anywhere. Job's a
Oh,
job.
no, I quite enjoy it. It makes a change because I've like never done it before. You know, I've still got all my setup over there. I've still got all my electrical stuff, so I'll still be making videos and stuff. Hopefully, I haven't done one for a while, but I will be again.
Yeah, after 32 years in customer service, I can tell you that it's everybody talks about how crazy it is, but nobody really talks about how rewarding and fulfilling it can be too.
Yeah,
I mean, you
the
meet
old ladies
so
are
many
really
people.
lovely.
the old ladies love me. Yeah,
Yeah, they do. He's always getting stuff from the top shelf for them.
Tommy Lee's got a backup plan. Uh-oh. Step aside, ladies. He's all mine.
yeah. What do you say? Back off, bitch.
Stay away from the valley.
Tommy Lee flirting with all the old ladies and us.
Oh yeah, all the purple rinse, blue rinse, whatever you call them. Blue rinse, isn't it?
So you're popular in the Q-tip aisle.
Hello.
Mark and Mike. They're also from my state. They're just right across the state. Those are the two most beautiful men in Missouri.
I absolutely love them.
I mean, besides
Love them.
Grandpa.
And I have actually invited Mark and Mike onto our channel at some point, and we will be in touch on Insta, because I think they're just
Mark and Michael, you have to do this. They are so much fun. You're gonna love it. And you can do this if you need to. You can do this, and then you can just like smoke. It's great.
You can go.
I mean, you know, if you smoke.
We do. Hey, Sean.
Hey, Sean, how are you?
And we've got lovely Raquel.
Oh, my heart.
Oh, Andy says, I fucking love glamours.
I fucking love you, Andy. That's right. It's a two-way street, baby.
She says it like it is, like a real Pompey bird. A Pompey bird, by the way, is someone from Portsmouth. That's a woman.
Okay, I'll take that as a compliment. It seems like a compliment. I'll
It
take
is.
it. I'll
I'm
take
definitely
whatever I can get at my age.
Yeah.
Shit.
Phil says he needs to start making more videos on his channel to catch up with us lot. Andy says he was a postman for 17 years. I know how to drop kick a party. I bet you do. Good evening, lovely
Hello,
cat.
Kath. How are you?
Andy.
Ordering Chinese.
Hi, Kath.
So,
Yeah, I bet he's like, huh, like giving him the people's elbow or like, give it the chair on the packages.
We've already eaten our Chinese. Just
Michael, by the way,
Nothing
the
pickable
two old
left.
guys. Oh, sorry.
It's all
I
right. Carry on.
apologize. I interrupted. That was rude.
That's okay.
That's all right.
I'm sure they heard me.
Michael from the two old guys vintage. I did it again. I'm an asshole. Michael from the two old guys vintage also works at the post office. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. I'm sorry. I'm like compulsive. I can't stop myself.
good evening, Jenny.
Hello,
Live like
Jenny.
Bendy.
How are you?
I agree
Jenny.
so. There's nothing wrong with working at Asda. Cass said the people who own Asda started out their entrepreneurial career with a petrol station in Bury. Mummy Linden said, hi babies, hi glamours, hi guests, don't know your names yet. This is Tommy Lee and Nichola, Mummy Linden.
Hi, Mummy.
You'll see them in our chat lots of
Used to
times.
be Fix It for Reselling and Bills and Moon.
Well, I still am.
You're still Bills and Moon.
I'm still busy.
Yeah, Nick hasn't changed her name at all, so there's no... Good evening, lovely
Hello,
lady.
Lenny. How are you?
Eleni?
Hi, Lainey.
And Cass said, Nick, loving the sexy telephone chat voice tonight.
Thank you, Kath.
So I'm trying to get down to the bottom. We love you all and so looking forward to being on. Oh, so me.
They're my baby.
I have a request though that you wear your like tux t-shirts and your tutus because I adore them.
Oh God. You
Just
don't
not-
even know. Yeah. Just tell them to dress special and see what they show up in. They've got a house full of
Dress
just
special.
incredible stuff. Yeah.
Just dress special.
Mhm.
I love you both anyway, so
Yeah.
just do what you want.
I do have one of their rainbow tutus now.
I want a rainbow tutu. Max said, sorry, I had to get some munch.
No worries.
No worries, Matt. Chris said the one where eBay asks for buyer bank details. Oh, I'm involving myself in other people's chat. Phil Donnelly is watching this live and a Facebook live at the same time. I'm crafting, multitasking. Well done.
Wow. That's impressive, Phil.
Cass said, sorry, I can't hear you. Pepper thinks that Lee is on the other side of the door. He's gone to collect the Chinese.
Pepper.
You can't even say it.
Hello, Belle. How are you?
Pepper. Pepper.
Phil,
There you go. That'll wind the dog up even
I
more.
hope that helped, Kath.
Alvin normally winds up the dogs with the bloody squeaky cock thing, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we may be able to do that. No tutus, though. You do what you want.
They sold off their tutus, and the lady who bought them is a very good YouTube friend of mine, Veronica Mitka, and she sent me one.
That's it.
I
Me and
know.
Veronica in the fallout. We love Veronica also, and Patrick
might-
Murphy.
I might have to send a rainbow tutu across the pond with your Christmas stuff. And your
I will,
Christmas
Beth.
snacks I'm shipping those out next week.
There we go. Cass said she can't hear you either. She's very, very loud.
I thought
Pepper.
I could wind up your dog, Kath.
Right, I think it's time. I don't think we should let Lee and Nicola wait any longer to get into that box.
Go on. You can do the. You can do the honors.
Yeah, so let's go.
Rustle it right next to the microphone.
Yeah, go on, Russell.
That needs water, doesn't it?
That's the one that needs water. I just thought it was so hilarious when I saw it in the gas station, and I'm like, okay, I've got to get this.
Beef prime rib.
Who is he?
Yeah.
I don't know. Who is he?
It's
Is he
rapper.
famous?
He's oh god.
Rap snacks.
It's Icon.
I'm gonna
Literally.
put you
Oh, is that
guys,
his name?
I'm gonna put you guys
No.
on the big screen, so just so you don't get the shock of your life.
There you go.
There you
Huh?
go.
It's
That's
Rap
Icon
Snacks,
ramen noodles.
Icon ramen noodles, and so it's they take these wrappers and these wrappers they attach their names to like different flavors of potato chips and ramen noodles, and some stuff is at 25 cents. No, actually the rapper's name is Icon.
I'll go and fill this up with water then.
Yeah, go again, put the kettle on. Put the kettle on and come back. We'll get something
Yeah,
out.
I haven't had
We would
Rap
get the
Snack.
awkward one out first.
I haven't had the ramen noodles, so I just thought it'd be funny.
Andy says it's a pot noodle. Yeah, we have something here.
You know it's a pot noodle.
And-
It's asking who the guy was on it.
Hi, Junie.
Hey, Junie,
Hey,
Junie,
Junie,
Junie.
How are
She
you?
said,
Hi,
"Ooh,
Junie.
I've just arrived at the right time for box opening. Evening, Lindsay, Owen, Dana, Tommy Lee, and Nichola, and all the lovely people in the chat. Good evening, lovely Junie. Yeah, I do love a pot noodle.
I haven't had one for years.
Me and Soph are thinking of doing like live one of them Korean buldak, like super like hot noodle sort of challenge things. It'll probably kill me doing it
Those
live.
You got some pot noodles the other week, didn't you?
Mm.
Yeah, you had. I haven't had one for years.
Yeah.
Go
Well,
on.
they weren't pot noodles. They were
Get
like
one.
super noodles, I think.
Oh,
Those Asian ones scare me like big time. I can't understand what it's saying, so I don't know what pepper it's coming from.
They're evilly hot.
get rid of
I can't make that.
that. You could make it in a jiffy.
Oh, I should have opened the box beforehand.
Yeah, you should have given us all these recipes and stuff before.
Yeah,
How much water we needed.
It's you follow the regular directions on the package, and then you add the extra stuff that I put on front, and you
Yeah.
get like sweet American cornbread.
So you got like
Mm.
add egg and milk. I don't even think we've got any eggs.
No.
Half a cup of
I
What's
can
that?
get some eggs. That's not a problem.
sugar, teaspoon of oil.
Best rest. Mm.
Best results.
Oh, best results.
Yeah, so that
I
was
shall rest as well.
Yeah, sorry, my handwriting is not the best.
Okay.
we're
So
gonna have to do some cooking and come back.
easy. Ruffle.
Oh, ruffles. We have ruffles here, don't we?
Do you?
Sure we get. We used to have ruffles.
Mm.
What flavour are they?
Cheddar and sour cream.
Hiya, Paul and Marie.
Hey, Paula Marie.
I brought them
know-
in my mouthful.
Yeah, we do have ruffles, but I'm sure, is it a chocolate bar? Is it like a.
Ooh,
Maybe.
this is more my thing.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. Yes. Nick, they are so good. Like,
Nutty
so.
bars.
They're quite nice.
You have them, Marvin.
All right. No.
It tastes neither like cheddar nor sour cream, but for some reason they hit the spot.
They are lovely.
Yeah, they're different to our sort of cheddar and sour cream.
Yours probably has real cheese. We're not fancy.
More like dairy.
Mm. That's nice.
Yeah,
Is that
that's.
peanut butter?
Mm.
I think that was one of our favourite things that we got in ours.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is good. That is. Yeah, that's got peanut butter in it, hasn't it?
Mm.
Hopefully, because I can taste peanut butter. Do we have to be on like huge screen while we're eating?
Mm.
The nutty bars are my favorite. They've got it's the texture. I mean, you can get chocolate and peanut butter in so many different forms, but there's something about the texture of those that I really like.
Yeah, that's very nice. It's a very soft and light as well.
Yeah.
Mm. That's really nice.
Kind of like melt in the mouth, that one.
And our favourites, Doritos. Sorry, I'm really standard at showing.
Camera's up there.
Camera's there.
I was out of moon pies. I was gonna send a moon pie, but I was out of moon pies. So my
That's what we was waiting for. I only wanted the moon pie.
I know. I know. I suck at
That's the
this.
reason we entered the competition.
These would be gone.
So what are they? Cool Ranch. Is that the same as our Cool Originals? It is.
Yeah. Oh, these are lovely. I shall make some of these and I'll put a picture up on somewhere.
Well, it's a slightly different flavour than our Cool Originals.
Is it?
Yeah. That's cool. Very nice.
Very nice. Thank you very much.
It's all of that FD&C yellow that, you know, Europeans are like, no, we don't want to poison ourselves. And we're like, we'll take it.
Oh, yeah, I love it when my fingers go yellow after eating a pack of Doritos.
No, Patrick Murphy, the Sweet Maui are still in the dining room. They're actually the beginning of the Christmas box.
I'm going to finish this one.
That's going to be sent across. Yeah.
That's what we were like. They are so good, them peanut butter things. Honestly, we were
lovely.
like, we need.
I'll
these.
send some more with your. Yeah, I'll send some more with your Christmas package.
One of our favourite things that you've actually converted me to is I absolutely hate with a passion barbecue sauce. You sent the Baby Ray's one, and we get Ray's here, but we just get like the original normal barbecue. We don't get the brown sugar and hickory one.
Yeah.
And I've literally never finished that bottle. I love it. It's so good.
Yay! Did
Yeah,
you use
what
it
are
as
these
a dipping sauce?
What are these ones called, Glamours? Because it's just like a plain packaging, isn't it?
Yeah, they actually come with they're called nutty bars, and they come like 12 to a package.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Makes sense.
I wasn't gonna ship 12, and not because of the shipping weight, but because of the Glamour weight. I was like, no, I'll take a few.
I just wondered what they were called.
Yeah, nutty bars by Little Debbie.
So did you put the kettle on for that noodle?
Oh yeah.
All right, let's have a little interlude while Nick makes the pot noodle.
Right, so let's have a little.
And
Go back to the chat.
look in the
again,
chat.
if the wrapper noodles suck, I apologize in advance. I have not personally tried them, so I'm missing out on that one.
Lainey says, I love Ruffles. They're raspberry coconut bars. Yeah, that's what I remember Ruffles as.
Yeah.
While
I
we're waiting-
Remember the name.
Tam says, Ruffles are lush. Go on, Glamours.
Look what I found.
Bimbos.
Bimbos. They have like bimbo chips and bimbo things, and I'm like, bimbos? What? This is supposed to be a filled sweet baked good pan dolce relano. It says December 7th of 2023, so today's the 2nd. I better eat them now.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
I'd definitely eat them now. You don't want
Oh,
to
look at that.
You take it, forget about it.
Wow. Okay, they're wrapped individually within the wrapper.
Ooh.
Okay. I'll get you guys some fresh ones, though. I don't want to send you some that are going to be stale. They could already be stale.
Hey, little Steve.
I'm going to have some bimbos. Yeah, I think everybody needs some bimbos in their life.
Oh, yeah, 100%. If you haven't had bimbo yet, what have you been doing?
Right? I mean, this could be a dirty, rotten bimbo, so I don't know.
Junie
I
says,
hope this bimbo doesn't bore me.
can't type tonight or any night. Don't worry, Junie. Lainey, love them too, Lainey. So does Dexter. You get mini pack and home bargains. There he is.
That was nasty. Oh my God. I wouldn't send my worst enemy that shit. That's nasty.
Not good then. So bimbos, we're going to say no to
It's
the bimbo.
grainy chocolate.
Oh.
Yeah.
His trouble's in. He says, is this an intervention? Alvin, don't go. One weekend of being blind drunk, pooing yourself, healing yourself, and dribbling like you have brain damage. It's not that. That's just a Monday for that Mummy Lindley.
Ew. Okay, I'm gonna wash the taste out of my mouth with a let's see. Okay. I have something here that looks like Marmite, but it's apple butter. Do you
Okay.
guys have apple butter?
No, we have apple sauce. I don't think we have apple butter.
Apple butter, you'd know it if you had it. I'm like, you'd know it if you had it. No, it is quite good though. Let me write down apple butter so I don't forget to send that. And more nutty bars. Okay. And then I am going to have that on top of a good old American biscuit. That's a biscuit. It's not a scone.
Looks like a scone or a scone.
Yeah, it's kind of similar to a scone, but it's not exactly a scone.
See, to me, it 100% just looks like a scone. Like, I can't unsee that it looks like a scone.
And it's funny because the biscuit is actually the savory part, and the apple butter on top is actually the sweet part.
So is apple butter like a jam or something you'd have on
Yeah,
like
exactly. It's like apple jam, but it's like it's got like anise in it, and it's kind of it's a little different than apple jam, but it's sort of like that. It's like if apple butter and apple jam had a very sweet baby.
Okay. That pretty much makes sense. Phil
And I'm
asks,
gonna send you the mix for these.
do you get fudge in the US? Phil asks.
Mhm. We do. My mom makes a heck of a fudge.
Ooh, I love a fudge. Patrick said, Glamour's answered Patrick.
The sweet Maui's going with the Christmas package next week.
Phil says, ooh, can't wait. Phil says, Cole loves barbecue sauce. I can't stand it, but the one Glamour sent us, I've had it with I've had big plates of chips. When I've had Mackey's delivered, instead of ordering their dips, I've used that. It's so good. It's it's hickory and brown sugar barbecue sauce, and oh my god, it's so good. I've literally near on come to the bottom of the bottle. Tam says you're not supposed to drink it neat. I haven't been drinking it quite neat.
I do shots of barbecue sauce. I ain't scared.
Junie loves barbecue sauce too. Patrick says he loves barbecue. He means on food, on partners. Either way, he lives
P. Murphy Burr.
didn't know B&M's did them. Actually looking for Lindt coffee and hazelnut chocolates. I love anything coffee. So do I. I sell coffee and cream chocolates. They're good.
Can't stand coffee.
Hey,
Little
Steve
thieves
again.
in the house.
Hi.
Belle's a sweet chili kind of girl. So
Get
am I.
down.
Let him walk across.
Junie D, that is the most Scottish thing I've heard all day. Sorry. I'm jumping ahead.
Mummy Lennon said, Sean, just because Sophie doesn't mean you can pick on me just because I'm using a Zimmer frame and can't get you back. Love you, really. Patrick needs some bimbos in his life too. Glamour said they're horrible, so I wouldn't bother.
Yeah, they're grainy. As usual, they look good on the outside and they're nasty on the inside.
Hey, dirty rotten bimbos are like pizza, even when it's bad.
Okay. I have another thing to wash out my mouth with.
Oh, wow. I love them. I
freaking love these things. Like, love them. Cadbury's. It's where chocolate's at, dude.
Yeah, and Cadbury cream eggs are the best. I had 2 consecutive.
So you eat too many of them, they get sickly.
We
I think
only
three's
get
my
these,
maximum.
we only get these during Easter every year. And Aisha Dancer, who was in the chat earlier, I think she's still in there. She went shopping the day after Easter and picked up all the discount chocolates. and she gave me and my sister Aunt Boo each a giant Cadbury cream egg with like 16 of these inside.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I get the box. We used to get a box of 6 and then they changed it to 5. They're definitely smaller than what they used to be, although they claim they're not. But,
Yeah, everything's smaller than what it used to be.
Yeah.
and I like box
Expensive.
of 5, like all 5 of them. Like, even though like the last one, I'm kind of like, oh my God, it's getting really sweet, but I can't help it. It's so nice. Lainey
I love a
can't.
walnut whip.
I've been saying to Alvin he should try one. He loves like walnuts and stuff. We need to find ones that he can try it.
Yeah.
Little Steve said apple butter sounds amazing.
That's pretty darn good. I like it.
Junie says, right, anyone else cold tonight? It got as low as -9 today, and I was freezing my tits off at a local village Christmas tree switch on lights so I could see Santa and wee kids screaming at him.
It's very getting cold down here today.
Judy,
We
I
know-
love you so much.
We never got any snow, so I'm pissed because I love snow. But we are like literally covered in fog today. You can't see half the end of your nose.
We had a sprinkling of snow up here, and we hardly ever get snow up here because we're like right on the coastline.
wow.
Yeah, you're the same as us then. We're like, because we're so by the sea, we never get it. It always like
Yeah.
it's all around us, but never here. It's so annoying. Patrick said apple butter jeans and the boots with the fur.
He has a whole philosophical issue with this song because she's got the boots with the fur, but also like she's got another pair of shoes on, and he's confused as to what she's actually wearing.
Don't feed that.
Little Steve's trying to bagsy the apple butter.
No.
Max said he's struggling to keep up with both chats, but he'll be lurking in both.
Sorry, buddy.
Kath's had to put dog TV on back in a bit. Okie dokie, Kath. Lainey said it's freezing
She's
-3.
had all your pork balls.
Oh,
Is that your cat?
Not enough.
God.
Is that one of your cats?
It's the dog.
It's a dog.
I thought you only had cats for some reason.
Yeah, we've got 3 cats as well.
Yeah, we did have 4. One got knocked over.
I've made the mistake of leaving some like chicken balls in the front room of the Chinese, and she's just refused to like eat a crisp, which is unusual.
a
So
Dorito. Me and Pippa
Yeah.
will go through a whole pack of Doritos.
I'm now
I know
thinking
it's bad,
I'm now thinking she's just eaten 3 chicken balls.
and she's just refused an original ranch Dorito, which I am loving. So I know she'd love it. So I think she's eaten all the pork balls that were left.
She's filled her belly. She's like, no, I don't need that at the minute. I'll be
Yeah,
fine.
She's so
She's probably
naughty.
not unused to unnatural. She's not used to unnatural food coloring and flavors.
unfortunately, she is. She eats literally anything. She would go through a bin quicker than Lindsay and Alvin. She really would.
Do you know what? Slope and our little sod, we have to make sure every time we go, because we've only got a little bin where we've only got a smallish kitchen. We go out and we have to always make sure we empty the bin, because otherwise we come back and she's like scavenged through it for some
But
chicken.
she's a
butt.
little dog as well, isn't she?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
it's
this
little.
one is.
Yeah, but she's always been really good. You can leave stuff out, and she knows she's not allowed to touch it. But as
Oh,
she's
no,
getting
you
a lot older, now, she's just changing. She's like, sod it, I'm going to eat that.
I'm going to do what I like.
Yeah, I'm old. I can do what I like now.
Aren't we all really?
Yeah, we are.
That's how I ended up going buck wild on food. I was like, fucking, I'm retired.
Little Steve's saying he likes to put butter and jam on his toast, so it seems like a time saver to him.
Yeah.
Christian
Apple
said
butter's like,
apples cooked down even further with more seasoning.
yeah.
Junie says they've got an amber warning up here now. Went in the car earlier, was cleaning the side mirrors of frost. They refreeze straight after that. It was cold.
Wow.
Our wind wiper broke on our car because it was frozen.
I didn't leave the demister on. I didn't leave the
Yeah.
demister on long enough, so the water blade was stuck to the ice, and then
Yeah.
the blade
That's
fell
fine.
off.
Kath said, thank goodness Leah's back. She's now pretending she's a good girl who never does anything wrong. They always do that.
Get up.
Come on then. I don't know whether to lift her because she'll growl.
No, she won't. She just wants to go up.
Aw.
Sorry, if you see me doing this, it's because I'm looking at the chat. I'm like,
Yeah, I'll do that.
That's what
it
I'm like.
has to do
I've
with
got
my
full
eyesight.
screen.
Yeah, I'm not deliberately mean mugging anybody. I'm just like, I can't read. I'm old.
Got the
She's
YouTube
absolutely
screen over that side. I've got the chat over this side.
What's her name, Nick?
Pippa.
Pippa.
Pippa,
What
VIP.
breed is she? She's got a beautiful little
Short.
face. Oh. She's
So her
Very-
butt looks better than her sister's in a wedding dress. Got it.
She's very grey now.
Yeah. But she kind of like, we had a neighbour where we used to live who used to call Lee Ian. And Lee always used to say, no, my name is Lee. And she'd be like, all right, Ian.
Okay.
And then one day she said, Ian, at our window that was open, Ian, can you look after my dog? And she passed a little tiny Pippa through the window and never saw her again.
Yeah. They then got evicted the next day.
They then got evicted. And
Dang.
Pippa is a very, very, very aggressive dog. And she didn't tell us. And we've had like 14 years of prison, haven't we?
Yeah.
Not able to go anywhere. Do you see what I mean?
We've done all we've watched all the TV, done all the tricks to calm her down. But
Yeah.
no.
Nothing. I walked her once.
She's fine indoors. Indoors, she's fine. She's a very, very clever dog.
Yeah.
But as soon as she's outside, the mind's gone.
Uh-oh.
She chased after this dog once that was on a lead. She saw it miles away and she chased after it. I chased after her. And the woman picked up her dog and Pippa had hold of its tail and went up with it.
Oh my God.
It's like,
I mean, you got to admire her sense of commitment.
yeah.
Oh, she's very committed.
But she loves cats. That's why we've only got cats. She really loves cats.
Mm.
Aw.
She's weird.
Do they taste like chicken?
Yeah.
I'm joking.
Yeah.
Most of them do.
Maybe that's why she
Most
She
loves
loves
cats.
cats. They taste like chicken.
Sean's saying, do you get fudge in the US? It's not something I expected to hear Lindsay outside of adult websites or Junie swimsuit specials.
Yeah, we get fudge in the U.S. As a matter of fact, I'm a big fan of the Packers. So yeah, I can make fudge Packers.
Lisa says we can only get cream eggs between the 1st of January and Easter Sunday, or the shop downstairs. They have them
Yeah,
right now.
see, we get them like a little bitty bit of the year, and then bam, they're gone.
How far behind the chat am I?
Oh God, Junie D, yeah. She was drunk as shit. She was so drunk. My sister was doing a movie review and she just kept getting more and more drunk and she went on a solo. She went through an entire bottle of Josh.
Aunt Boo's reviews with booze are hilarious. And if you haven't checked them out, go and check them out. They're so funny.
I'm telling you, Christmases are really fun at my house.
I bet. Tam's a big kid on the sledge this morning crashed into the hedge. Had to be you, Tam. Right, I am not ignoring people. There we go. There's Chop Chop. And he said, Alvin, are you on the
Chop
tank
Chop.
fuel again? He
No,
is
I'm not. Just on a normal bear. Just on the hobgoblin.
He's on Hobgoblin tonight. He's behaving
I'm
tonight.
behaving good tonight.
Phil was putting the tablet on so we can watch on a bigger screen. Patrick says Shorty was wearing boots with the fur and the Reeboks with the straps. It was not stated nor implied. Shorty was two different people. Very
Maybe
true.
she changed clothes. Maybe there was like an outfit change, like a wardrobe change.
I'm okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Junie, all she told me, she didn't even, usually she'll send me a little clip of something. She sent me like the tiniest little clip. And I'm like, and she's like, oh, this is the part that I'm not showing. And she showed that part. And I was laughing so hard. I'm like, oh my God.
Honestly, they're so funny.
Yeah, she's a
I had a dog like that. It used to attack the lawnmower and even had to go at someone's house 100 sign because there were 2 0.
That's funny.
sounds
that's
like Pip.
funny.
Sean said he needs confirmation that Alvin has not been tied down or had a stroke. I am worried that we have a Christopher Reeve situation after last week, and at any moment a headband keyboard
I'm
plunge
all
out will
fine.
appear.
Doctor said I'm 100% fine.
It took him a week to recover.
Alvin,
but
blink.
Hmm?
Blink twice if you feel unsafe. Good. She's got you right where she wants you. I didn't say I was going to do anything about it. I just said blank. Yeah. I don't even know the cops in Britain. Okay.
So,
They
Tommy,
don't do anything in
do you have any other snacks that you need to try?
Have we got
that
any other
one.
snacks? Just the I was just letting it cool down a bit.
Is it still a bit hot?
The wrap snack. Like, let me try it. The cup still
Oh,
feels
Lord
very
have
hot.
mercy. Okay, I'm just gonna do this, and I'm gonna smoke and pretend that I sent you something that's delicious when I don't.
think
Take a small bit.
I
It
think
might be
I'm the
hot.
only one trying it. Do I need to take a small bit now?
Dude, I'm from here, and I don't even trust it.
Oh my god. What is it?
Dunno,
Yeah,
it's
that's
the best
not a.
tasting thing. It doesn't really taste of anything. It's just
That's
mush.
not it's magically delicious face that you're making
Yeah,
right there.
no.
It doesn't- that's not a happy face.
It's just like
It's like,
it's like
here,
a
have
pot
some
noodle with
bland.
not much flavour.
Did you hear that, Icon? Better get your ish together.
Yeah, that's not. Yeah, I'll send that one back to you.
Yeah, the rest are 100% good.
I mean, that doesn't taste awful. It just doesn't really taste of much.
It's okay. It's okay for what it is then.
Yeah,
Believe
with
in
all the
yourself
coloring on
first
the
before you believe
outside.
in anyone else.
With all the coloring and stuff on the outside, you would think that it would be like flaming hot or like
That's
super
what I was
cheesy
worried about.
or
It's not even hot. It's not spicy. It's not nothing.
it's not
You
Cajun,
got-
it's not anything.
A man with a sweatband round his forehead. That said to me, when I was boiling the kettle, I was like, that's going to be hot.
Yeah.
That's gonna make you sweat.
Got a sweatband on. Look at him. He's like, this is gonna.
I mean,
You're gonna be sweating after this
he
one.
looks like he would serve you something flavorful, and that is very
Yeah.
disappointing.
Yeah.
I feel like that's false marketing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Guys,
I think he
we
sold
should
me his sweaty
We've been
sweatband.
lied to. We've been so lied to.
It's only 280 calories though. That's quite good,
Oh,
I think.
Oh, I can eat the rest of it.
Yeah.
I'd send you some bimbos, but you've never done anything wrong to me. I'm not going to do that.
Thank you.
So
Yeah, I mean,
nasty.
you're gonna have to wait for that one. We'll have to put that on Instagram or something. I don't even think we've got any
Yeah.
sugar. I don't even think we've got any
It's-
sugar in the house.
No, we had it when the sweeteners run out.
Yeah.
I'm sorry in advance about not doing the conversions. I should have
Yeah,
done the
I know.
conversions and sent those along with it, and I didn't think to do that until you showed me the box, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I did send Jiffy." Oh shoot, should have sent
It's all right.
conversions.
Google tells you. Google
Yeah,
tells.
Google does it.
That's true.
Night, Bill.
Night, Belle. Night, Tam.
Good night, Tam and Belle.
Bye, Tam. Bye, Bill.
Bye bye.
Right, so if
So,
you
have you
guys-
got something to try
we might have something to try, and it might have arrived today. Like
before you drink too much?
So we are very, very lucky. Lovely Lee and Nichola were so kind enough to send us
Oh,
honey from their
look at how
bee.
beautiful.
Yeah, it's a lovely color.
Wow. That looks like some really rich, beautiful honey.
Smells nice.
We resisted temptation to try, but we have smelt it and it smells gorgeous.
Yeah.
So we're going to give it a go because I can't wait now. So.
Yeah. Usually, what we do is we take a harvest in the summer, and then we take a harvest in the winter as well. The harvest in the summer is usually really light and golden, and the harvest in the winter is usually quite dark, a little bit darker than that. But this year, because the summer's been so bad, we've sort of made the hives like really tall so they don't swarm, and we've left them like all year. So you've got a mixture of like the summer and the winter, because obviously it's different to whatever flowers and pollen they ever go out and come back with.
It's so cool though. Like I don't know anyone else that keeps bees and like you can get your own honey. It's like
Yeah.
It's
so
her
cool.
fault. It's Nicola's fault. She wanted them, and I have to look after them.
Mm.
That's how it works.
I can't lift the supers. They're too heavy.
I'm going for it.
Nichola, do you normally like sell your honey or do you just keep it for do you keep the bees for your own for your own enjoyment, or how does that work?
It's for us, but sometimes if we have, like, not
Get
this year,
loads.
but the year before, we had so much honey we had to sell it. But in this country, we can only sell it if they come to the door and buy it. We can't take it and sell it at a market or anything like
Yeah.
that, because there are different regulations.
You got to have all health certificates and
Yeah. So
the
if they knock
hygiene.
on our door and say, you know, we want to buy some honey, we can sell it.
So you
Such a
can't take it to like a boot sale or something?
No.
Well, you probably could take it to a boot. They don't really.
Well,
You can sell fake stuff at boot sales.
well, yeah, you can, but if you get caught,
I mean, I know. I
Yeah.
mean, last year I think we must have sold about 50 to 60 jars.
Oh,
Our
wow.
neighbour behind us bought 20 jars. He gave us about 50 quid.
and we
Wow.
have someone who makes mead, and they come and get quite a few jars. And we have a
Amazing.
man who has allergies who likes our honey because it doesn't crystallize
Yeah.
and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
local honey is so good for allergies. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really good.
Come on, stop
That's
talking.
what all my
They're
local
waiting to
honeys-
try it.
I'm hovering the
Sorry,
screen.
I thought you
I
tried
gotta
it.
see. Yeah.
I'm going for it. Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Oh wow.
It is totally different to store-bought honey.
Yeah, it
It
doesn't,
is.
and it doesn't taste grainy on your mouth in your mouth because
Mm-mm.
theirs is like mixed with sugar. I'm sure of it because
I'm sure of it. Yeah.
it just doesn't taste the same. That
Mm.
tastes absolutely.
Well, tell the
Yeah.
bees thank you so much for producing beautiful honey.
I mean, I've never liked honey since as a child. I've never eaten honey. I've never liked it. And then as soon as we've had bees, I've had honey on everything now. Honey on toast every morning.
Yeah, honey on toast is
In,
nice.
in Finland, they mix honey with walnuts. They probably do it elsewhere as well. But that's what I do. I put walnuts in it and put some on my breakfast and have them in the morning. It's lovely.
Oh, it sounds good. That
Oh,
sounds
that's
really
so
good.
nice. Thank you so much for sending that. We're going to thoroughly enjoy that.
We will.
I
Yeah,
am
nice
super
coffee
jealous.
too.
So jealous.
Yeah, don't be like Rich at Nightlife. He's still got the jar we sent him last year. He doesn't want to eat it because it's too nice. It's like, eat it. That's what it's there for.
Yeah.
No, we're definitely going to be getting through that.
That's the thing. It's one of the natural. Well, they say it's one of the natural foods as well that never sort of goes out of date. You can keep it for years.
So that means we have to come to your door to buy them, yeah?
Oh well.
Oh, we
we'll
can
sell
send
it.
them.
Send it to you.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'll send it to you.
Yeah.
As long
So
as
you
we've
can
got a big litre jar left to like see us through the winter until they start making honey again, we're
Yeah.
happy.
Okay, no
We'll
problem.
just send them off.
Honestly, that's beautiful. I can't describe the flavour
It's different than all the honey
to
imports.
the crappy honeys that you're
That's
buying.
the thing. It's so hard to describe the difference. But like I say, I could never stand honey. I couldn't eat honey at all, and now I can put my finger in out and eat it off a spoon. It's so
The
different.
bees are brutal. It's a brutal life that they live. So I just like over the 4 or 5 years. How many long? Is it 4 years we've been doing
4
it.
years, I think. Yeah.
I've just noticed that the way that they bring their dead bees out of the hive and just dump them outside, and when they kick the drones out come September, I just sort of like, oh my God, I can't stand this. It's so brutal.
Yeah.
And they literally, some of them literally can't get back to the hive. They're just walking on the floor. They're so exhausted. They really do work
Yeah,
themselves
all the
to
bees that are walking down our path, because I'll get them back to the hive, pick them all up.
Pippa eats them.
Oh my god!
They've done all that work, and then she comes along. She's like, "Thanks."
Oh.
Do you get skunks? Do you guys have
No.
skunks
No,
in Great Britain?
No,
No.
Oh, they love honeybees, not the honey, the bees.
Yeah.
And they will braid a beehive and just eat the bees. For some reason, the sting doesn't bother them.
Well, our cats go up to the hive. They can sit on top of the hive. We can't approach the hive without a suit on, obviously.
Yeah.
And the cats will just go straight up, jump on top of it, sit on there, sunbathe on top of the hive. Nothing. They don't get bothered at all. And I would have thought they'd be attacked, but they don't.
Yeah.
There's me just mowing the lawn 50 yards away. And it's like, it's got me.
Yeah.
That's Grandpa and I tried to. We actually tried to raise bees. We have 2 beehives in the back of our property, and we ordered bees one year, and then they came up, and my husband was taking care of them, and we did everything that the beekeeper told us to do, and got no honey, and the bees were dead over the winter, and then the next year. We got more bees because we thought, well, everybody's, I don't know, maybe it was an extra cold winter. We got some more bees, put them in the hive, did everything the guy told us to do. And we ended up with 1 run of really good honey. And then over the winter, apparently we ate their winter food. I'm not sure. But over the winter, they just died. And we're like, okay, we give up on bees. We're not going to.
Where did you get your hives from? Where did you get the actual hive?
North Carolina. Oh, the hives themselves, the wooden boxes. I don't know. We ordered them online.
Oh, because you need to scorch them, the inside of them, to kill any bugs or mites or anything like that.
Yeah, because I think in America, you have a lot more mites that kill the bees over there. I think we do get them over here, but I think it's more prevalent in the US.
Varroa. Is it Varroa?
It's the Varroa mites, that kill them.
But
you do have to leave the honey in there.
Every April, I take all my supers and my brood boxes, and I do a soda wash, caustic soda wash with them, and then I scorch them with a burner. And then the frames, if you keep the comb in the frames, you have to pop it in a freezer below -20. Because mites and stuff can hide in that as well. So and they have to stay in the freezer for at least 24 hours. So you have to do all of them. So
we didn't do any of that.
Swap all the brood boxes over. Yeah. There's loads to it.
Yeah, but usually over winter they're usually all right. As long as you leave them like winter, as long as you leave them like 2 super boxes like full of honey.
Yeah.
They will eat it so quickly.
We don't.
No, we didn't do any of that. Ours looked like the killing fields. Yeah, it was horrible. It was
I mean, we've had a couple of hives that have got through the winter absolutely fine. And we thought, oh, great, spring is coming. Yeah. And then you look at it and it's like sun's out. It's like, why is the hive really quiet? You lift the lid off and it's just like, well, a massacre at the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So all died for no reason.
Yeah. But yeah, you have to do a few sort of things to help them. And also sometimes we wrap what's the insulation around the hive in the January.
If it's really cold.
Yeah. So we do that just to try and get them through and check on them. But generally they should clump together in a ball. But if for some reason the queen stops laying, they won't have any bees to keep them warm because they rely on numbers. But yeah. And then in April,
very complicated.
The numbers should shoot through the roof. And sort of like the end of April, you should have about 10,000 bees. And that's when you know whether or not you've made it. Because
so April is like their super horny month.
The queen.
Yeah, it's when she starts laying more bees and stuff again.
Queen bee 73.
It sounds like there's so much to it. Like it's not as simple
as
you might think
I didn't know about we didn't know about the scorching thing at all.
Yeah.
I think some people do it. Not everyone does that.
No, you can just do the caustic soda stuff.
I don't think we knew about that either.
I like to get in the grooves under the metal.
Yeah.
All of that. Yeah. So it's just like loads to do on it. And you have to watch the wasps as well because they like to try and get in. And bumblebees as well. They think, hey guys, let me in. These are like,
we have hornets in the area too. It's ridiculous. Hornets kill them. Yeah. on balance, I think it's much less expensive for me to just go to the farmer's market locally.
It is. And
Mhm.
probably we can't go away over the summer, even though we do checkerboarding, which stops them swarming. We can't go anywhere for more than 24 hours in case you get a knock on the door saying,
Okay,
"Oh,
yeah, that's not going to work for me.
got all your bees in my garden."
Yeah, because we're in a residential area and we've got like a
Yeah.
primary school right opposite us.
Yeah.
So if the
Oh.
bees decide to swarm, it's like a little bee hurricane up in the air, like
Even
a
though
little
the
whirlwind
priest
tornado.
who owns the school, runs the school, he keeps bees. So I'm not that bothered about it. But
Yeah, that sounds way more complex than we want to get into, I think.
I know. They swarmed one year. We had the council round everything.
Someone reported a swarm of wasps. It's like
Yeah.
councilman turned up in his van. It's like, oh no, it's just some honeybees. It's okay.
And this woman's got a yellow car and she parks it outside our house and they all went on her yellow car.
Oh my God.
The car was just like covered in bees. She's come out of work. It's like, can I go? It's like, oh, yeah, let me sweep these
Oh,
ones off.
okay.
Yeah.
So I'll be walking today, is what you're saying. Got it.
Yeah, I don't fancy trying to like fight a few bees to get in the car. I just let them get on with it until they're
But
finished.
walking in a
Yeah.
swarm is lovely, isn't it? It's such an experience.
Yeah, because it's their like least aggressive time. Before they swarm, they just like fill their bellies with honey. They could be without a home for a day because they're then basically going off finding somewhere else to live. So they're full of honey. They don't want to attack you because they don't want to die, because as soon as they've stung you, they're dead. So when they're swarming, you can stand in the middle of it and they'll sit on you. They'll
It's
sit
like
on
a
your
massive
arms.
snow swarm. It's a
It's a
call-
tornado, yeah. It's just
one
a
of our
swirl.
neighbours
Them all
said it was
flying
like a
around.
vortex.
A vortex of bees, yeah.
Yeah.
But you can stand in the middle of it and they won't touch it.
You
'Cause-
can actually like watch them here.
Yeah.
It's very weird.
and then you find out where the queen is because they all ball up around her, and then you literally can pick that ball up and just shake it into a box. And
Yeah.
once the queen's in there, all the bees will just go into the box in a few hours.
And it'd be over with in like 45 minutes, an hour.
Yeah.
It's like it never happened.
It's
Yeah.
mad. It's all the things that people don't really think about when they're like eating honey, or
Yeah, true.
you don't really think of what has to go into it for you to get honey in a jar at the end of it. Like,
You have to stay 2 frames ahead of them, or 2 supers ahead of them, which are the smaller boxes. And then we put an extra brood box on top of that because they constantly need the height to go up and
Yeah,
down.
they always need room. If they think they're running
Yeah.
out of room, that's when it's like, oh, we
That's
need to
when
go.
they're swarm.
We need to like split in half and go and find somewhere else to live.
Yeah.
that's mad. Well, we want to thank you and thank your bees, because that is absolutely gorgeous. It really is lovely honey, and
Okay.
we have really enjoyed that. I'm gonna be
It looks good.
with a spoon.
Oh, I do have add sugar on the front of the Jiffy box. I didn't realize that you guys were beekeepers. Add honey.
Add honey.
instead of sugar. Yeah,
Ooh.
Yeah.
absolutely add honey
Oh.
instead of the sugar.
Okay.
Well, that'll taste even better. But
Yeah.
gorgeous.
Yeah.
We have now got the lovely Jeff in. Good evening,
Hello,
Jeff.
Jeff. How are you?
USA.
USA.
And Jeff doesn't know this, but
Hey, Jeff.
I am adding you as a managing moderator, Jeff.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Moving on up. Moving
Managing.
on up.
So
Jeff would
from
get it.
now on, you are now a managing moderator. So that means you top mod, Jeff. So that was our surprise today. Some of the rest of you might have found yourself with spanners today as well that you didn't have last week, because we've had a fiddle around with like lots of people who do pop in here and people that don't really come in anymore. We need everyone, obviously, if they're going to be here with a spanner to be here, because otherwise there's no point having a spanner. No. But anyway, have any of you guys got any announcements, any channel things that you want to talk about that you've got coming up, anything you want to promote?
Nope.
I'm sorry, what? I'm joking. I do have next week, December 4th through the 8th, on the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I have Merry Listmas, where I'm just going to be hanging out and listing for about an hour, maybe a little longer some nights. But I don't have one set time. The times are kind of all over the place because some of the people who visit my channel are in other countries. So I tried to make it like all over the place. So I've got, let's see, Monday is at like about 2 a.m. UK time. Tuesday, I think I've actually got it in the morning at like 11 a.m. or noon. Tuesday, I think, is in the morning here, so it'd be about 5 or 6 your time. Wednesday, it would be about 11 p.m. your time. Thursday, it'll be 4 p.m. your time for sure. And then Friday, it would be again about 11 or midnight your time.
So if you haven't already subbed to Glamours, then go and give Glamours a sub, and then you will be able to watch her Merry Listmas, which I think is like proper cute.
Yeah.
Merry Listmas. I'm now just about to try and like give a couple more people some spanners.
Thank you, Lindsay and Alvin. That was so sweet. Thank you.
No problem.
That's all right. If
And
anyone,
if you're not subscribed, you can watch too. You just can't chat.
yeah, you can't. You've got to be subscribed because it's subscribers only. So
It
some of
is
you
in my chat. Yeah.
have a spanner, and Kathy, I'm not sure why you didn't have a spanner. I thought I'd given you one, and it clearly didn't work. But you should have one now.
What's a spanner?
Do you know like the little blue moderator thing that you do?
Oh, the little wrench?
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
we call it a spanner.
Gotcha.
Could call it a wrench.
Sorry.
A spanner.
Oh no, a wench. I was thinking. Sorry.
Oh yeah, it's a winch.
Hmm.
Then you could wrench people out of the chat when they need to be. Yes. Work.
Yep.
So who would like to play a little game? Because we've got a little game. We've got a little hangman game.
Hangman.
Because I know lovely Sophie loves hangman.
Do you like Hangman, Tommy?
Used to.
If
I
you
haven't played
win,
it. Yeah, if I win. I like anything I win.
yeah. If he doesn't win, he gets bored very quickly.
I'm not competitive at all.
Mm.
Jeff says it eats 314 grams. You're gonna win that this is heavy one of these days, Jeff, with that.
Mm.
Oh, I have a giveaway too. I'll wait till after we're done playing games.
Kathy says, "Oh, I have a spanner. That's a surprise." And Phil said, "Okay, thank you, Lindsay. You're very welcome."
Kath's going to be banning everyone now.
She will be. She'll be. So that's Kath's the sort of type of person you need in here sometimes, because we do get the odd one that pops in every now and again. We're lucky enough not to get many, but we've had the odd one or two. Idiots.
Yeah.
Amount.
Right, I'm going to share my screen. I can always remember how to. And as Lainey said, I don't know why, but we always tend to explain to people that we're sharing our screen. So
Oh, good. That means I can just sit here and chain smoke. Hey.
Lee and Nick, feel free to pop your camera off.
Oh yeah. Little smoke.
Oh, I'm vaping.
We're not smoking a vaping, no.
You can.
Okay, but if we hear heavy breathing,
I'm just starting for pee.
Really?
I
heavy breathe anyway.
So if you guys give us letters, and we will hopefully get it in time. But what will happen is if it goes red, then that means the letter's been chosen already and it's not correct. If the letter goes green, that means it's been chosen and it was a correct letter. And if it's still blue, as you can see now, that means it hasn't been chosen yet and it's still free to choose.
So Andy P is a no-no.
And Elaine says, well done, Elaine.
Well done.
2.
So we can't play this because we're about 10 seconds.
Oh,
ahead of you.
APR had the letter P. Oh, the letter P was already. We tried that. Okay.
And we've got an S off of Kath. There's no S. Lisa's gone with E. There's no E. Nick's gone with A. Well done, Nick. There is an A. Paula Marie also went with A. Nick's gone with O. Well done, Nick.
Well done, well done.
Nick's clever and she's going with all like the vowels. Mummy Lynn then went with I. Nick's already got that. Elaine's gone with M. Oh. Nick's gonna guess committal.
Don't shout the word.
Oh, sorry,
out.
I thought we were on mute.
Yay!
Oh, yay! We saved ourselves.
Well done,
Sorry,
Nick.
everyone.
Oh, you go ahead and guess. If you can guess it,
See how far
you're
we are.
included in the game as well, just because you're on screen with us.
Oops.
Right, so we're going to start from you guys' last guesses. So we got up to Mummy Lynn. So Lilane said M. Kath's gone with N. So I'm going to go with Kath's N.
Dylan said B.
And then B. No.
Shawnee said E. Asha said R.
A should answer.
Ellen said Q.
Q. Ooh.
Then she said L.
L.
Uh-oh.
Kath also got committal right. Well done, Kath. H.
Save yourselves.
Oh, that is 2H. Well done, Elaine.
Sean, everything A. Mummy
Well
Lynn
done,
Q.
Sean.
Well done, Sean. Mummy
No,
Lynn
we've
Q.
done Q.
T.
Glamour's is going with T. Oh, well done, Glamour's.
Auntie go for
Well, I
K.
was thinking it was at the end, so.
Andy's going with K. It's not a K, so I'm going to go with a hint because if it
C.
lets
C.
C.
Tommy's going with D.
Oh,
Oh, it was a photograph.
Oh, that was a tough one.
Soph will be gutted. She hates hanging him.
One more.
Right, let's go again. What have we got so far? We've got S, no, G off of Sean, S
S.
off of Kristen, K off of Elaine, also P Elaine, uh-oh.
T from Cat.
Cass said T.
Mummy Lynn said C.
Oh.
No.
Soph is quiet tonight, Lise. Tommy and Nick, you got any thoughts?
A.
Ooh, well done. What about you, Glamours?
I'm going to solve the puzzle. Asshole.
Nick said E. Oh, yes, there is an E.
That's what I meant.
I knew that's what you meant.
Everything said I.
I'm going to put hint in so that we can try not to kill him.
Dylan said N.
Andy's tried to guess Ashes, but it's not Ashes, Andy. There's a M there.
R.
Oh. Kath's gone with amends.
Well done, Cat.
Yay! We are saved. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Praise the Lord.
Hallelujah. Hey, Ronnie.
Hey, Veronica.
Hey, Veronica.
So let's go again.
O.
It's gone with O. Well done, Nick. You're good at this.
O is for the way you
just go through the vowels.
me.
There should be more vowels than consonants.
Sean, everything said E.
Sean's got B. Well done, Sean. Elaine said B. There's no B.
Jeff said I blocked the word Krampus from the chat.
Jeff's blocked Krampus from the chat. No Krampus is allowed in here.
Lynn said B. No B.
No
Andy
B.
said T.
Well done,
Well done.
Andy.
Mummy Lynn said L.
No L.
Junie said O.
We've got O there, Junie.
Kathy said S.
No S, Kath.
Melissa said I.
Ooh.
Ellen said A.
Ooh.
S.
Let's,
S is there.
S. Yeah, let's get a hint. There we go.
I'd like to solve the puzzle. It's leopard toe. Leopard toe.
There's no D.
Oh, dang.
Camel toe.
Camel toe.
Unknown 1, 2, 3. Who's unknown 1, 2, 3? I only have a mobile phone and I can't see a buddy thing, so I'm going to say goodnight all.
Oh, yes.
Good night, unknown.
Good night, unknown.
Okay, night unknown.
Sorry about the mobile.
He's going to remain unknown.
Yeah.
Okay, so Ellen said H.
There a D.
R.
Let's go with D.
No.
It was repertory or whatever it was.
What the hell?
Repertory.
Never heard of it.
Repertory. Oh, like theater. Okay, I get it.
Let's start the next fresh one.
Right, let's start one more. We'll go with one more.
Have an easy one.
We can do this now, guys. Come on.
Hey, last week they were horrendous. Last week, I think we hung him every time.
E.
Come with E. Well done. Glamours, any preference?
I'm gonna go. Give me the letter T.
Well done, Glamours. There is a T indeed.
I'd like to solve the puzzle.
Let's go with R. There's
Damn.
not an R.
Sophie's playing a Switch.
Soph's playing her Switch, hence why she's so quiet and she's not getting angry because we're killing the little dude on the screen.
What's a
A?
disco biscuit? Do I want to know?
M.
M.
M. Well done.
Lisa said R.
An R. We've got an R there, Lee.
Oh, there's definitely an N.
That'll be an N, the second letter
Yeah.
from the end.
There we
I
go.
think I know.
Kristen's gone with a C. There's not a C.
A.
So it's not excrement. I know that.
But no, it wouldn't be detriment. There's
Must be
missing
an
T.
I then.
Lisa said
Let's-
I.
You and your vowels.
Ooh.
Oh
You're going to
no.
hang him with choosing all your vowels.
It must be an O.
No.
Be a U.
A U.
It could be a U, but
Oh, it's
oh,
U.
It's a U.
okay.
Kath, we've got N. Elaine, we've got M.
I'm
L.
going with Junie. L.
Well done, Junie. Well done, Lee. Elaine said H. Oh.
No.
That should have gone to the vote, that H.
Yeah, Sean says disco biscuit is MDMA.
Ah, okay. Good to
Ellen
know.
says O.
Elaine's gone with
Maggie.
O. Uh-oh.
Oh, Lisa's might have it.
B.
Right. Lisa's tried to guess fulfillment.
I think she might be right.
Oh, I don't know.
No,
it's-
it's not enough letters, is it? Oh, bugger.
I don't know.
Should we go with a little...
Oh, no.
Puzzlement.
Oh.
Puzzlement.
We're going with... Yeah, we kept them alive.
What dictionary is this game using?
Yeah, I'm wondering because I don't know. That doesn't sound like an American word either. I mean, puzzlement. I am confusion.
I have
guess
no
puzzlement.
idea what dictionary it is, actually. We just found this website where we can just do that. So we've just gone with it. And the first week, it went swimmingly, and they were all like fairly,
Easy.
not easy, but they were easier. Last week, they were horrendous. No one could get them. I don't think any word that came up last week, we were just like, huh? What's that now? Crazy.
I am going to put a number in the private chat,
Okay.
and let's see. The closest without going over will win a prize.
Ooh. Okay.
Okay.
You guys
You
see it?
can't- You can see
Yeah.
Oh, can I?
Yeah, it'll be in the private chat.
Private chat. So
I've
1
just
to
showed her.
100.
She was going to have a guess, but I had it on the screen.
Here's the.
I was like, I didn't hear.
I just have 3 of these. I've got 3 more on the way. I've got 1 that's already been a giveaway. 1 is going to be another giveaway, and I'm going to have some other ones by the end of next week. But here is it's a 2X, and it's a T-shirt that says Glam Fam.
Nice.
And I will send that out with a couple of nutty bars because you're going to want those nutty bars. They're good. So it's a 2X T-shirt, says Glam Fam. You know, just some self-promo. Shameless self-promo. No shame.
Sean, I love you.
I think Sean's cheating.
Sean's just like spamming the fuck out of the chat until he
Yeah,
gets
Sean, you only get 1 guess. So we'll just take the first one that you did
Sean.
and ignore everything else.
it.
These aren't getting any better.
It's really not.
So they haven't improved with
Actually, they maybe they've slightly improved a bit.
Okay, I'm going to do the countdown. Can I do the countdown?
You
Yeah,
can.
you can.
I'm all bossy. I'm so sorry. My yank is really hanging out today. Okay, I'm going to do a countdown if that's okay with Lindsay and Alvin.
It is.
And I'll do 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. There you go. And I put stop in the chat.
You said it so politely.
Please stop, you wankers. Okay, so who was the closest without going over?
I think it's the new spanner in the chat.
The new spanner. Let's see. Had to move past all of Sean's alphabet.
It's the closest without going over.
Yeah, it's before Sean's.
Which will be, yeah.
Yeah, I think I know who it is. If I pop it in the private chat, I think.
Yeah, put it in a private chat.
What was it? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
Yep, what you said. Yep.
I'm in agreement.
So the winner of Glamour's giveaway is Kathy.
Kathy, here is my email address. Oh, not in all caps. What is wrong with me? Dang, I am shouting at people even when I'm not even speaking, even when I'm typing. Okay, there is my email address. It's the Dana.Nichols. And Kathy, if you could please email me your address, I will send that to you along with some nutty bars.
And the number that Glamour chose was, in fact, 53. Just so that
That's
you
how old
guys
I am.
So well done, Kath.
Yeah.
Well
Kath,
done, Kathy.
nutty bars are mwah. They're so good.
These. Is that those that you're going to send?
Mhm.
Yeah.
And
they
they're
are
they're
good.
so good. If you just chill them just a little bit, they're so good like that.
Mm.
Yeah, they were super nice. Like, we scoffed them. By the next day, they were gone. They were just so nice.
Yeah, they're
I
going
can
in the
go
fridge
through
for 10
about-
minutes and then they're getting eaten before I go to bed.
They won't see tomorrow.
I can go through a box pretty quickly. I get that. I totally get that.
The moon pies were like absolutely gorgeous, and we've actually tried the same trick of putting a wagon wheel, because we have something like called a wagon wheel, which is similar to the moon pie, but it's a bit thinner. And we tried putting that in the microwave for a couple of seconds, and it just doesn't work.
It's not the same.
You
No.
built us up then, Lindsay,
Yeah,
to let
I
us
thought he was going to say
down.
it was just like it.
it's a lot thinner, so it doesn't have the same. It doesn't sort of go softer. The biscuit in our wagon wheel is a lot firmer than the sort of crumbly biscuit in the moon pie. So it doesn't go right when you put it in the microwave for a couple of seconds. The moon pie kind of like blows up. It's sort of like in the microwave and then puffs down when you take it out.
Yeah, it's weird. It's not right, but it's so delicious.
They're too good. But we have shops locally, I think, that sell them. Well, I haven't seen any for a while, but if we get some, we'll send you some, Lee and Nick.
What's in the middle of the moon pie? Is it
It's
just
like
a
marshmallow. It's pretty much like a thick wagon wheel.
What about trying a tea cake in a microwave?
Oh, I'll tell you what. Now that's an idea.
That might.
A Tunnocks tea cake. Ooh.
Yeah.
Tunnocks tea cake.
That might work.
That's the next thing on my list. Going in the microwave as a test.
Tea cake's it's a little dome of marshmallow with a thin chocolate outside.
Yeah, well, that's a good idea. I'm going to be having to buy some tea cakes and experiment.
Lindsay, Alvin, I also I'm going to be sending you Bisquick so that you can actually make these kind of biscuits. And I'll send you some apple butter. But and I'll send you the recipe for biscuits and gravy. I just have to sort of figure out how to convert it in my head, because I usually make it like by eyeballing it. So it's a little bit different when you're trying to measure it, and then you have to convert that to a different measurement system, because God forbid we should actually use the system that everybody else is using. That would be wouldn't that be insane? Sometimes I don't understand my own countrymen. I really don't. But I'll send you that. And I was going to say something about the biscuits and I forgot. And I lost my train of thought again, because I'm old. And I enjoyed my 20s. Watch for brain damage, kids.
Cass said we used to experiment with marshmallows in the microwaves.
Yeah, they blow up really big. I learned that when we were making microwave s'mores one year, because we couldn't get the fire started because the wood was wet. So my grandkids and I were making microwave s'mores, and I thought, what if you put a moon pie in a microwave? And it turns out it was magic.
Oh, so that's not in the instructions then? That's something you've made up?
No, well, and it's something that I thought I made up until I met up with Johnny, Cajun Roots reseller, and he's like, "Oh yeah, everybody puts their moon pies in the microwave." I'm like, why am I the last person to always know?
Why did no one tell me?
My son once put a bar of soap in our microwave and killed the microwave.
Don't ever put a bar of soap in the microwave.
Almost killed us.
There's
I'm
fumes.
glad you said that, actually, because I've read about making soap, and they give like options of putting like old chopped up soap in the microwave.
Yeah.
So now I know that.
It's probably good for a few seconds, but I think he did it for about 5 minutes.
He did it.
Oh my God! Wow.
Yeah, it's like,
Did it turn back into the original ash?
It was awful. We had to throw the microwave out. We'd only just bought it a couple of months before.
You could not, no matter how much you wash the microwave, you could not get the smell out. Every time you turned it on,
I rang the school and they basically blamed me for letting him be at home for 5 minutes by himself. I'm sorry.
You just taught him how to do that.
You just taught my son how to use a bloody microwave.
Well, the thing is, we got taught at school to put and it's ridiculous when you think about it, because it's really dangerous what they showed us to do. But you get like a Walker's crisp packet, and you put it. I
remember that.
Out, and you put it in the microwave, and you literally ding the microwave on for seconds, and it sparks something fierce because it's a fucking foil packet. But it actually melts the Walker's crisp packet down to a little bitty thing, but it's exactly the same as how it looked when it was big. And we used to
that.
We used to do that. We used to do that in the oven. Yeah. In the grill.
Oh, shrinky-dinks. Yeah.
Yeah. Because you used to make little badges, like little chains or badges or stuff out of them. Because they'd shrink down really small and be rock hard.
I think that's what on Why Don't You?
Oh, bloody why don't you? That's going back some years.
Yes.
You probably don't even remember that, do you?
I remember How with Fred Dinage. It used to be on like How.
I think
they
why don't you?
That sounds similar, but Why Don't You was like run by kids, for kids.
That's when we was like 12
Terrible.
or whatever it was.
Yeah.
That was really quite funny.
Well,
I grew up in the days of lawn darts when, when they're like, here, kids, here's something you can throw up in the air, and then it's sharp and it can pierce your skull. So just watch it come down. And so, in the 70s, they did not care. They didn't care. They were just like, here, feral children, go play. So we got, I am never surprised by people telling children to do dangerous stuff. I'm like, yeah, that tracks.
It's like the first roller skates that had no stoppers on.
Exactly.
I would have broke my face if my
made of sharp metal down the side.
Yeah, we keep seeing this post that pops up on Instagram, and it's like them meme things or whatever you call them, and it says something like, for all the like stuff I did lying to my parents of where I was going and doing the things I've done, I'm pretty much lucky to be alive today. And I think, yeah, Jesus, like the things
they would send us off on 4th of July. They would send us off with like a packet of bottle rockets and a lighter. And we would like have bottle rocket wars and shoot bottle rockets at each other, at other children, like right at people's faces and stuff. It was just something that you did.
Yeah.
It was a dangerous time to be alive. I'm lucky I survived.
And stone fights. Where like you go over there, we go over here, and we throw stones at one another.
Yeah.
You can't even have snowball fights anymore in case there's a little bit of ice inside one.
Yeah, you might kill someone with the snowball. Don't do that. Can't do anything now that's fun.
And I went into the garden once and I said to my sister, I said, what are you doing? And she said, making cigarettes for you. Like it was something great. And she rolled up a leaf. She put like other leaves, crispy leaves in it, and she handed it to me and lit it for me. I couldn't speak. I was like this at the age of 5. She just lit me a cigarette for me.
Oh my God! Do not, don't you dare.
Okay, well, me and my friends used to sit on the like a little bin opposite our house.
No, but they'll probably be able to see you behind.
And we used to try and roll grass up, like, because we thought like we were going to be smoking grass, and it was actually. And that's how innocent, like, minded we were. We were like, oh, we could smoke grass. Like, there's loads of it. Like, I don't know why people are.
There's loads.
Come here. Grandpa's in his underwear. He's in his boxers.
You're giving us a peep show, Grandpa, on our live stream.
You'll have to subscribe to me for that.
He has an OnlyFans. He only has one fan. It's me. Oh, it's called Oily Fans. Sorry.
Oily fans, only fans, potato. It's all the same.
He does. He'll be like in his boxer briefs, and he'll be like twerking like Tina from Bob the Burgers right off camera. It's hilarious. So charming.
We love Bob's Burgers and Family Guy and all of those. They're just so funny.
Get in line, ladies. He's all mine. It's so funny.
Cass said CDs in microwaves are so pretty. Don't use microwaves that you cook in though. Ooh.
Yeah, they kind of like break the microwave.
Pyrex
did you
breaks the microwave as well. I didn't know that. Yeah, it's got some sort of metal in it.
What is
Pyrex?
Oh no!
I had a Pyrex jug once. I popped that in the microwave. It was quite a while ago, and it just went zzz, 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 and died.
Ooh. Well, that's dangerous.
What was happening?
I would never have thought that Pyrex would have like.
Is that the plastic one?
No, the glass, the glass stuff.
I remember I melted a plastic one in the microwave.
Yeah.
All right.
I've done many of them things where you're not supposed to put the plastic thing in the microwave, and then you sort of open it and it's wilting. And you're like, Junie says,
Aw.
I've done the Tunnocks tea cake in the microwave. Top tip, take them out of the box first. Good idea, Junie. Yeah, definitely.
That seems like a
Take all
very
the
good
tin foil off of them.
They are actually covered in foil as well, so that's
Yeah.
probably not pretty good for your microwave.
Nah.
Did you see the thing online that they were talking about? Somebody gave a tip to dry out your cell phone. If your cell phone gets wet, to dry it out, put it in the microwave. Actually, a couple of stupid people who really did that. They were like,
Yeah.
"Oh, okay."
Some people
It's-
believe anything you put on the internet.
Mm.
If it's on the internet, how could it be untrue?
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. No one
It's
lies.
gossip.
Sean says, been confused all night. After 7 days, I expected Alvin to be more active. I think he's been tranquilized. If you can, Alvin, dribble out the right side of your mouth more than normal and we will send help.
Sean, I'm being on my good behavior tonight.
He's been on his best behaviour.
What happened? What did we
That's
miss?
no fun.
I was drunk on Saturday.
Well, somebody decided last weekend that he would mix some
Cider
vodka
and
with
vodka.
some fruit cider and have some snake bites.
Oh, I used to love snake bite.
I was like, I'm normally the drunk here, like, and most people know. But last week, the amount of times I had to tap him and tell him, like, volume, like, enough, calm down.
Chatty.
Somebody stole your
No,
crown.
no one can hear him.
Somebody
That's
stole
why
your
alcohol is so expensive, Alvin. Because
no.
of you.
I remember when you could buy a snake bite in the bars. I think
Yeah,
they
no.
banned that when I was in mid-20s. I think they banned selling snake bites.
There's probably a reason it was banned, and I'm gathering from what we went through last weekend, it's probably because what happened to you.
But I do remember going. I do remember going to Butlins in Bognor though, like a few years after they banned it, and Butlins were still selling it. I said, yeah.
I used to work at Butlins in
Drank
Bognor.
it all night.
It's a nice taste, it's sweet in the mouth. It goes down nice.
Yeah.
Well, it didn't come up nice after the live stream.
No,
so
it didn't.
I've never had that trouble with snake bite. I've never had
my
lots
Lord,
of
have
people
mercy.
had trouble on snake bite. They even went a little bit haywire or just threw up everywhere. But I used to love the
it's
stuff.
just a happy drunk, but he had no volume control. So we were trying to do like guess the song, and he was like blah, 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 over the top, and I was like,
Like, is this thing on? Hello.
I can't remember none of this.
Uh-oh. It's okay. It's on YouTube forever now. You can just go back and watch it later.
I know.
Yeah.
Good
Oh,
times.
no.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
like that last night. I
Wow.
had a few too many Captain and Cokes, and wow.
it's normally me because I normally get into the green room. I don't know how I manage it sometimes. I hold it together. I finish the live. We're in the green room, and I'm just like, got to go lie down on the sofa. I've like took my whole clothes off before, sat there. He's got me a bucket. I've been sick. I'm normally the mess. So last week was just completely different. I
Aw.
was so good.
It's so sweet when they take one for the team. Way to
Yeah,
go, Al.
I was absolutely fine. Fell asleep fine. Woke up perfect. I was like, oh, it's quite nice.
I
Waking
was
up on
like,
Sunday.
oh, my body hurts.
It was like my whole body ached. I was like, welcome to my world.
Is
Not
there
again. I was sick in the bear.
do you guys have Boilermakers? Do you make Boilermakers? Do you know?
Boilermakers.
Boilermakers.
Yeah, it's where you have a large beer and then you drop a shot of whiskey in the middle and then
No.
you just down it, the whole thing.
No, we have Jägermeister, like Jaeger bombs, which is with Jägermeister, and then you put the Jägermeister in the shot glass and you drop it in a glass of energy drink, and then
Yeah, Red Bull usually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I've not heard of that one.
What's the other one they do?
Boilermakers are that's some hard drinking right there. It's beer and whiskey all at once and you gotta chug it.
I can't do whiskey. It makes me feel sick.
I love this.
The
I love
smell of it alone. Ugh.
Whiskey brand.
I can do whiskey a little bit. It just depends. If I sip on some on the rocks, I'm good. But if I'm like shooting whiskey, I'm also good. But if I do, well, actually, that's all, huh? Yeah, never mind. Turns out I do like whiskey.
You are
My
right.
baby.
Kids are not allowed to do anything these days. It's all health and safety, and
Yeah.
oh, don't climb that tree, you'll break an arm. Good evening, Richie Rich Star.
Hey, Rich.
Hi, bitch.
Max said it's a different Alvin to last week's live.
It is definitely.
Yeah,
I think I went to bed too early last week.
You had to be up very early.
It took him nearly the week to recover. That's why.
That's what I'm like now.
It's poison, Alvin, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It is.
It is. That's what
It's
I
so
always
funny.
say.
Because we do it week to week, and we never used to drink. And like I always start this story off, and even Lainey said, "Oh, if you've started it off with Andrew said, like that's already you shouldn't have done it." But this all started because Andrew one week said to us, "Oh, do you guys fancy like doing my Friday night because I'm not doing it?"
Yeah.
And he said, "So you have to do like drinking with Lindsay and Alvin." So we were like, "Okay, we're not really big drinkers, but we'll go for it." And we find free booze in the bin all the time. So it was like, fine, we'll do it.
Yeah.
And then it just stuck. So now this is like our night out. We don't go out. We don't go to restaurants, pubs. We don't do anything, go anywhere. So we just treat this as like our social time of. But I have to say, you've realised like you think you're still like 18 when you're down in the drinks.
Oh,
Until
God.
the next day comes and you think, oh my God, I'm dead.
Yeah.
I
Some
know.
days I'm just like that. Help me. I'm old. I can't do this anymore.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
woke up crippled.
You get,
Yeah, it'll happen. It's like walking along. Oh,
the nights you could spend all night drinking, you'd be fine the next day. You can go out drinking again the next day. Everything's fine. You go to work the next day. There's nothing wrong with you. You get to 40 or so, and it's like, oh my God.
you have that
When I-
young, fresh, like liver and kidneys.
I know.
Yeah.
When I first met Lee, I sort of knew him, sort of didn't. And we hadn't actually been out on an absolute bender or anything like that. Anyway, we went out, got really, really badly drunk. And Lee didn't know me enough to know that I can't be sick over a loo. So he was trying to get me into the bathroom. I was trying to back out of the bathroom, thinking, no, this isn't me drunk. He's thinking, oh, it's you drunk. Get in the bathroom. I was like, I can't be sick over the loo. I need something else. And then it eventually got through to him, and he was like going around the house looking for something for me to be It's just awful.
I think I found a washing up bowl in the end. Tip the
Yeah.
washing out. It's like,
Yep.
just leave it here. I'll be okay.
Before the horrendous I'm going to be sick hiccups start. Oh,
Yeah.
it's awful.
The
So-
worst part for me is the laying down part. When you lay down and then you just get that hot feeling and then the room starts spinning and you just think, I need to get up now because I know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Like your mouth starts watering, and you're like, oh no, oh no, this is
You know what's
not
gonna
good.
happen.
No way. Yeah.
But I always think I've been poisoned. I'm like, I've been poisoned. I can't do this. Hospital.
Cass said, simply don't do anything on 5-minute crafts or Blossom. Uncle Albert's here, and he said during the war we never had any bottle rockets to play with. Aww.
Aw, that is sad. You just had to
Yeah,
use regular rockets. So
Plenty
sad.
of other rockets to play with. Yeah.
Sean says, Phil Donnelly, we have discounted the love eggs, so it must be spousal abuse. If he speaks, Lindsay will beat the shit out of him. Hey, Aunt Boo!
And boom.
Aunt Boo,
Aw,
some need to be getting on here with us.
my nephew had a basketball game.
Did he win?
Just by getting out and playing basketball, I feel like he won.
Oh, 100%.
He certainly did more activity than I did today.
Yeah, nice. Sean
To be
said,
fair,
yes,
Aunt Boo, just by going and sitting there.
I think getting out sometimes is the nicest thing in the world, just to get out and go and get some fresh air.
Yeah.
At the moment, it's bloody freezing here, so you just don't want to go out.
Mm.
That's
So
why
many
Grandpa and I
great-
have a date night.
Kath's going.
Are you off, Kath? Don't forget to email Glamours, and well done again for winning the
Well
giveaway.
done, Kathy.
Hi, Kath. Good night.
Oh, good night, Kath.
Night, Kath.
Oh,
Lisa said, I remember a game and you had to line up all with your face to the wall and someone would kick a ball at your bum.
oh my
As hard
God.
as they could.
It's like dodgeball, but you just hope that somebody
You
sucks at
can't
kicking.
dodge it.
No dodging it. Conkers were
No
great.
dodging.
Yeah, you're not allowed to do conkers anymore either because of health
Yeah,
and safety.
Play
And all.
all the time.
Phil said, Sean, knowing Alvin, he would probably enjoy that. Rich love conkers. Yeah, you're not allowed. No, Rich, you're not allowed.
Hi,
I'm glad
Rick.
it says on his OnlyFans, people pay him not to take his clothes off.
That's what I pay Grandpa for. I'm his only fan.
Junie said, I did, Sean, in the 70s. I stuck my finger in a mincer as I was intrigued and ended up in hospital. And also sat on the handlebars of my bro's bike going downhill and went flying in the air. Such fun. Sounds incredible fun, Junie.
It sounds very 70s, I can tell you that. Yeah, we were pretty much left to our own devices. They were like, here, raise yourselves. And just like kick you out of the house in the morning. And then you come back, in time for dinner.
I like that.
No phones. No phones. They couldn't check up on you. It was like you being before tea time.
No,
I'm
we were
glad-
like climbing this giant mulberry tree next to a railroad track. And when I say next to, I don't mean like, a couple of houses down. I mean like literally next to a railroad track. Like we could feel the wind of the railroad.
Well, that's why you did it.
Yeah. We're like climbing the mulberry. We're just up in the mulberry tree, like eating the mulberries off the branches, just watching the train go by, feeling the wind. And that felt perfectly normal to a 6-year-old up in a tree.
It's crazy. I'm glad we didn't grow up with phones because, like, to me, I see like kids. We think kids are lucky because they have all of these things now, but I don't think I would have wanted the pressure of like having to get likes on your social media and stuff to feel like you're,
Yeah.
It's crazy
you're
now.
normal and you're okay. They've got so much pressure on them to look a certain way, to get likes, and I think I'd rather not have grown up that way. I'm glad I grew up how I did and played in the rivers and climbed trees and didn't have to deal with trolls and the crap that we deal with on the internet now.
Right.
Yeah, I know it.
That's when my grandkids come over. I usually they don't play on their phones. I usually put out like arts and crafts on the table, and then I encourage them to like go outside and we play like pirate ship on the back deck, and we try to keep the dogs away because they're pirates. So yeah, we do like a lot of, and I'll like throw them in the car and we'll go get ice cream or we'll go do something, because I just feel like they're so addicted to social media already, and they're way too young to be able to deal with an addiction like that anyway. But I mean, you take away their social media, they don't know what to do. They don't know what to talk about sometimes.
I'm a bit like that now, and I didn't grow up with it. But if I lose my phone, I'm like, oh my God. And then I find it and I think, oh, I'll just check Facebook. What for? I don't check for missed calls and things like that.
Right?
Straight to
At
Facebook.
the time we took the phone off your son, it was like you just chopped his arm off.
Yeah.
My phone, give him. Jeez.
It's true though,
So
like
my-
even though we didn't grow up with it, you do become so accustomed to having it and sort of checking it.
Mm.
You can't find it. You're like, where's my phone? Oh my God, where is it?
Ring my phone,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm always ringing Nicola's phone. I'm glad we don't have to pay for it. Otherwise,
Yeah.
it costs me a fortune every time I have to ring Nicola's phone so she can find it.
Yeah. It's when I lose this that's the problem, because you can't ring that.
And it's like, so you just had it in your hand. You haven't even got off the sofa.
No, I do it. I
You
do it
lost
with
one of
my
these the other night.
My
And
lighter.
the phone hasn't moved. Still
I
can't
never
find it 3 days
find my
later.
lighter. I've got a lighter and my cigarettes. I put the lighter down and I could swear I knew exactly where I put it. And then I'm like, where's my lighter? I can't find my lighter. And I'm like, I don't know where fucking things go in this house.
When I started vaping, that was one of my things. At least I won't now have to lose a lighter. I could just have it, but then I didn't realize I'd just lose this and have nothing. Yeah.
At least when you lose your lighter, though, you can just go and use the gas cooker or the toaster, anything.
Yeah.
Just need something now to light this.
Yeah.
Chop Chop says the lead in the paint of my baby cot did not affect me. Tea
I'm
kettle
vaping.
blue, wink wink dribble Napoleon one little bit.
Mm.
Yeah, he
I
was nearly
liked-
hit me in the face, Lisa. You got that completely right because he was like shoveling his legs and arms, all sorts of places.
Oh
What's
my
that?
God.
Yeah, that actually just reminded me. Night, Mummy Lin Lin.
Night, night,
Mwah.
Mummy
Good night,
Lin.
Lyndon. Much
Bye.
love.
My legs on your face.
Right.
Yeah, he was kicking your legs all over the place. He was like proper hyper.
Okay.
Alvin, you've got to go back and watch last week's footage.
Definitely, definitely, I have to do that.
Put
I'm
you off alcohol for life.
Got some old cider from Trader Joe's, and I'm going to drink it while it's review Die Hard. I think. we
Okay, that is not a Christmas movie, Carrie. Stop it. Stop.
should. Junie said, I think Lindsay has told him off severely and taken his plastic cock to cock heaven so we can't shake it. It survived, Junie. It survived. Sean said, best behaviour equals pussy whip. Say no, Alvin. Who cares if you get drunk and shit yourself? It's only some wet wipes and a towel away from the Junie says, I think there may be a meme or two being made from last week's live. Oh, God.
That would be great.
Yep, Sophie was. She was sick on the phone to me last night, indeed.
Oh, lovely.
She's like, I'll be back in a second. She come back. I've got to go, Linz. I've been sick. No, it weren't drunk sick either, Junie. It wasn't drunk sick. We couldn't work out what sort of sick it was. It was just sick, I think.
My poor Ronnie's got something like that. Veronica's just been ill this week. Poor baby.
I think everyone is just going through getting bugs at the moment.
Yeah.
Sounds like she sent you a picture of
Putting
it.
your-
You couldn't work out what sick it was.
Putting your cell phone under a chicken is the best way to dry it out.
I just said to her, have you been on like Coconut Cove again? Because normally it's Coconut Cove related. She's like, no, I've just been on the beer. I don't know what it was. It just came over me. Chop Chop says, I think putting your cell phone under a chicken is the best way to dry it out.
If you put it under the chicken and then you bake the chicken, you may not have a cell phone later, but you will have a nice chicken dinner. So,
Yeah, with some bits of plastic in it, but
oh,
that's
for
fine.
God's sake.
Night, night, Max.
Night, Matt. Elaine said, my daughter had Jaeger bomb, which is made from Red Bull. Yeah, Jaeger bombs are good.
Yeah,
There's one they call Skittles as well, but I can't remember what mix that one is.
Skittles sounds interesting.
Yeah, it's like I'm not even sure whether it's Red Bull, but it's like I can't remember what it's a fruity shot they put in the middle instead of Jägermeister. I can't remember
Yeah,
what it is.
I don't mind a few of these shots, but the thing is, when you because I like vodka with Red Bull. Well, I say Red Bull, I mean cheapy energy drink. The Red Bull's extortionate. And it goes down really easily, dangerously easily. Apart from I can drink beer because I'll just sip it. I'll enjoy it, but I'll just sip that. With vodka, it starts going down really easy because it's like my drink. And if I start adding shots in with that, then you'd be left with Alvin. I'd be on the floor.
I think it's too expensive now. Someone was telling me today they paid 20 quid for 2 Jaeger bombs. I was like, 20 quid?
Wow.
It's stupidly expensive. We're just so lucky that we ended up with so much booze from the bin the other week, like 5 bottles of Smirnoff vodka and
Nice.
a beer.
I like vodka. I like vodka tonics. I like vodkas, vodka rocks. Very nice. Yeah. Vodka with extra vodka.
Yeah,
Good. It's good. Little twist of
Vodka.
lime.
vodka's probably my favourite drink, and then it will go on to things like just them crappy sort of weak cocktails you can buy. You can buy it in a bottle like strawberry daiquiri,
Yeah.
WKD blue, all of them sort of things. That will be the next thing. I like anything fruity, and I don't like
Pina
anything.
colada.
I haven't done pina colada only because the coconut stuff makes me kind of gag. Someone spiked me with some what's the expensive equivalent of coconut cove? Malibu. Someone spiked me with Malibu once, and I was violently ill. And ever since then, I can't smell it, touch it. I can't do it. It's put me right off.
Oh, I used to drink Malibu and Coke all the time in the 80s. Not recently, but yeah, I can see.
I think once something makes me sick, it puts me off. I'm just like, oh, I don't want to ever see it again. Apart from vodka, weirdly.
I know.
Don't know why.
Vodka's got no taste.
Carrie, you
that's
should have one with
fine.
us.
Shall I? I'm going to send Aunt Boo the link.
Do you have her?
I've
Insta,
got
of
Aunt
course
Boo's
you
Insta. I'm gonna go. I'm getting it up.
Budweiser, Smirnoff Ice, Blue.
I turn the camera off and Nicola's going into the chocolates.
No, Nichola.
He's
It's weird because I usually drink vodka. That's like I'm literally like my family gets me Tito's with like little sweaters on it and stuff for Christmas. But I was drinking Captain Morgan's for some reason, Captain and Cokes last night. And I had just a fantastic rummy night. It was very jolly.
Did you just say
I'm
rummy?
dancing a lot. I did. It was very rummy.
Oh, a minute.
Right.
I was like, ahoy, mateys. I mean, mustache on display.
I've never drunk port before. And one Christmas, Nicola's like, "Oh, you got to try like a port and lemonade." Now I can't get off this stuff at Christmas.
I love
I
port.
drink port and lemonade all night long.
Now, port is
I don't know. It's an
it
alcoholic.
wine?
Really
Or is it
sweet,
like brandy or
sweet red wine, yeah,
How's it? It's like a sweet
Okay.
red wine.
I think.
and then you
But
mix
it's
it with
not,
lemonade. That sounds like
Yeah.
it could actually it sounds like one of those things that
Not
that
real
that
wine, though.
sounds odd, and then you put it together and you're like, wow, this is really good.
Yeah,
Mm.
just with a simple bit of lemonade. It's like
My nan used to have it,
Yeah.
and it was like palatable to me at a very young age. So I was like, oh, just keep it on at Christmas or whatever.
Yeah.
And then now we have it every New Year's Eve.
yeah. It's just like
Mm.
it's just like having a squash. It's like all the Copperbergs, the ciders. it's like having just like a glass of squash or juice.
It's a really pretty, nice drink, and we put it in like Art Deco style glasses and stuff like that, and just have like nice drinks on New Year's Eve. We don't go anywhere, so we just do that. But it's really nice.
I'm gonna have to try that. Is it something like because we get like a cheap
Night
bottle?
owls.
It's called fortified wine. It's kind of like a sherry knockoff.
Ruby.
And
That would do it, yeah.
it's really nice. It warms the cockles, but it's like strong, cheap, and it goes down quite nicely.
Marks and Spencer's do a really nice port that's not too expensive.
This
See,
fortified wine stuff is about £6 a bottle, I think, and is it £5 something a
Right.
bottle, and it's quite a big bottle, and it goes down rather nicely.
Yeah, yeah.
You guys have such nice names for everything. We call ours like $2 Chuck. So it's it's like a $2.99, just a $2.99 bottle of sweet wine. But we're like, oh yeah, go get some $2 Chuck. It's so funny. We have this awful name for it. It almost sounds like up Chuck. And they're like, oh yes, we have this port. It makes it sound so fancy to me.
Our cheapo
Lambrini.
would be Lambrini. That's what it was back in the day. Was Lambrini. That was like
That's
cheap.
it. Yeah. And it was a really big bottle of wine. It was like 2
Yeah.
bottles of wine in one.
That is
It was
definitely
disgusting, but we drank it because it was cheap and easy to get hold of.
And White Lightning. Did you have
Oh,
that?
White Lightning,
Lightning.
yes. All the
Mm.
days, the White Lightning down on the park benches and going home trying to shove chewing gum in your mouth and spray yourself with body spray to not let your mum know that you'd had a cheeky puff of bag and like
Mm.
What is okay? Wait, what is white lightning to you? Because white lightning is I think we have different definitions
it's
of that.
horrendously nasty, cheap, horrible cider.
Mm.
Mm.
Okay, ours is like clear moonshine. Also nasty, very effective. And to be fair to the moonshiners, if it's made correctly and it's made really, really well, and you have somebody who's been like they're like a 5th generation moonshiner, it's actually quite good. We have some in the fridge, not that we do because that's illegal in the US. We don't have any in the fridge.
We believe you. I have sent Aunt Boo the link on Instagram.
Night,
And
Paul and
you
Marie.
are
Hi, Paula Marie.
Night, Paula Marie.
Bye, Paula Marie.
Way behind.
Am I?
Yeah.
Sean's
Again.
just said, evening safe. Nice to see Lindsay was lying when she said you had probably passed out under a blanket of dirty underwear and takeaway containers. I said no such thing. Cheap.
He's putting words in your mouth. She did not say underwear.
I didn't say that. No, the other stuff I said. Sean said, must admit, starting to miss pissed off Alvin. He was so much fun staggering around, waving his plastic cock while Lindsay tried to shut him up.
Maybe in the future I'll see that Alvin again.
Christian said, waking up like you've been hit by a truck after just a couple of drinks is such a cruel reminder that we're not 25 anymore. I know.
You. Although waking up sober, also not that fun.
No, not always. Junie's not had an alcoholic drink in 2 years, just comes to YouTube to watch her friends do it instead.
It's a good choice, Junie.
Probably a good idea, to be honest.
It's a keep watching. We'll get you started back on the train. We'll get you back on the horse.
Richie Rich just said, can't remember if I said hi, Lee and Nick and Dana and Elena. You did. Junie, so it's just the cocaine then, Junie. You can't doing snorting lines, then indulging the devil's dandruff.
Devil's dandruff.
As
Yeah.
much as I like my mobile, I'm glad as well it was not around when I was a kid, Lisa says. I agree, Lisa.
I like your cat's tail.
Is it a fluffy?
Oh,
I think there's another cat in the garden. He does this thing where he runs from window to window to window, back of the house to the front of the house.
Oh, he's got the
Sees another
zoomies.
cat. Yeah.
yeah.
He
Uncle
sees
Albert,
another cat and he just thinks it's there and then it's there. And then it's
Uncle Albert's
yeah, I'm
been
running
watching
around the house now.
one sparkly butt duck, Nichola.
Aw.
Must be matching race. Oh yeah. Where is he?
He's in the other room.
Oh,
Isn't
he's here.
he? Oh no, there he is.
Sparkly
That
butt.
one.
See?
Disco
Steve Sparkle
Butt. Yeah.
Aw. Sparkle butt duck.
Mm.
That's kind of a tongue twister.
My fingers in the front room.
No
My
more
finger-
high
little
ground.
finger ducks in the front room.
Me and alcohol gets me dancing on tables and singing, but too many diners got annoyed when they were trying to eat their food.
Oh, she's a lampshade girl. I can get down with that.
Uncle Albert says he's never smoked, but he always carries his Zippo lighter. He just likes fire.
Okay, that is totally not one of the 3 signs of a psychopath. That's not.
Or an arsonist. But just like fire.
Cool. Thanks, Lindsay. Need a fag now. I'm sorry. I do not condone or promote the use of cigarettes or smoking.
Me either, she said behind the angry cow.
Who's going to argue that Die Hard is not a Christmas movie, but is, in fact, a perfect movie?
Well, she's going to be drunk, so.
Chop Chop said he found the TV remote in the shed once. No idea.
I found ours in the fridge once.
Yeah, I put like tea bags and coffee in the same cup sometimes, and I wonder like what the hell is going on. It's like you haven't actually decided what you're going to have, so you've chucked both in, and then you're like, ah. Not only is Die Hard a Christmas movie, it's one of Santa's favorite Christmas movies.
It is a Christmas movie. Die Hard's a Christmas movie.
It's not a Christmas movie,
Yes, it is.
but you watch it at Christmas.
No,
Exactly.
It's a hostage movie. It's not a
It's all
Christmas
about
movie.
a very happy Christmas.
Elaine asked, Santa, will you come on this live, please? I don't know if Santa's doing Santa duties tonight, Elaine, but Santa is always welcome here.
Because we need a little Christmas.
Where is he going now?
I will also send Santa.
No, Santa say can't come because he's looking after Mrs. Claus.
Oh, so there you go. Look, Santa's off of Santa duties today. And Aunt Boo said it's hard to argue with Santa.
It is hard to argue with Santa.
At least when we were young, we could pretend the Moose Conquest was a stunner. Imagine having video proof it wasn't Brad Pitt, but Bad Pitts you shagged. Forever shame smooching a monster on social media. Yeah, that's definitely true, that Sean.
That's messed up and hilarious. Oh, my Lord, have mercy.
Hey, please, Santa, will you make my daughter smile?
Santa's busy helping Mrs. Claus. She's still recovering from
Rotator
Yes.
cuff surgery. Probably won't be able to join many live streams this month.
we understand.
Where you go? Sit down.
Junie said that's not great about the colitis, Lisa. It's not a nice thing to have. Sorry to hear that, Lisa.
Yeah.
Sean said beachcomber, sunrise and cider. Worst cocktail of all time. The beachcomber, is it comber? Turns to coconut clotted cheese and gets lumpy in the glass. Ugh. Christian said
Ew.
delicious. I'm going to try and get down the chat a little bit. Uncle Albert said, this is the famous Budweiser beer. We know of no brand produced by any other brewer which costs so much to brew and age. Our exclusive Beechwood aging process, a taste, a smoothness, and drinkability.
I think that's what's written on the side of the can, right?
It is.
Yeah, it is.
Junie, yeah, I get what you mean, Lisa. I'm getting involved in all the people's talk. Chop Chop said, I did white port round a mate's house once. We sang karaoke till 4 a.m.
Wow. Okay, I have got to try this port stuff.
Phil said, considering I haven't had alcohol in over a year, I had a couple of beers the other day and was happy pissed.
Phil, I think that's why I think that's why I was so like happily lit last night. I haven't had rum in forever.
Mad Dog 2020 will take years off your life, Sean.
The dog is nasty.
Uncle Albert said, the absolute low point in my life, back around. There she is. Hey,
guys.
Yay, Sissy!
Hello. I love
It's
modern
lovely.
technology.
We finally got
I know.
on.
Hey.
How are you?
I had to hop on because it's like
Not
like
a
a-
Christmas movie. Oh,
time travel. I don't know what I'm saying. My brain is fried today.
too much
And
basketball.
I'm on my phone. I apologize for the weird layout.
That's okay. Anything goes here. We're not bothered either way.
I got a new computer this week. I'm so excited.
Yay.
And nothing is really set up on it yet, but I'm going to try this weekend to do my first thing on it. So my first video on it. I'm excited.
Can't wait.
Hello, Tommy and Nichola. Is that how you?
Yeah, Nichola. Oh, yeah.
Nichola.
Yeah, she's gone to feed the cats because they're going nuts. They're all running around the house, all three of them.
I thought she spontaneously combusted, so I'm glad.
We've absolutely loved your Aunt Boo's reviews with food. They're just absolutely hilarious.
They're a bit unhinged.
Go on,
I think alcohol makes me brave, just like everyone else. in the universe. It gives me this weird courage to just say whatever the hell I want to.
Yes.
And
That's
that's
how
not
we do
always
our
the
life.
case. But you can always tell towards the end, my face gets real red. I start
Your
sweating.
chin was like bright red.
And I stop
And your little nose.
caring. I stopped caring completely about what the words coming out of my mouth towards the end of these
You
videos.
looked adorable. I was just
I know. This last one,
emptying out the wine glass.
this last one, it lit a fire in me. It did something.
Make yourself a coffee.
My reaction was, it was not normal.
I don't know. I felt like it was sort of appropriate to how inappropriate the movie was.
No, the movie was terrible.
Oh,
It was awful.
it was horrible. That whole story is horrible.
But then I thought, I got to do a movie that I like and argue the Die Hard argument, which is the most controversial movie of our time. I think.
God, yes.
Die Hard.
Yeah.
Well,
I am on a live thing. Can you go in the other? My kids, they never leave me alone. Can you go in the other room? I'm on a live. I'm live in England. This is important business for the Queen. I'm trying to.
They
relate
were
it.
not. At least you don't. At least they're not behind you in their underwear. Literally, Dennis was behind the screen in his underpants. I'm like,
I
hey,
know, and I
Captain
threw up in
Underpants,
my
can you
mouth a
get
little
off
bit.
screen?
because-
Yeah, me too. Me
wanna
too,
see
and I've
that.
seen it before. Usually I pay, but
Sorry, guys. This is how we are.
So for those of you who don't know, Aunt Boo is our lovely Glamour's sister, and Boo has her own channel. So if someone could possibly put Boo's link in the channel, that would be great.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I'm sorry. I can't see the chat because I'm on the phone. And I can't see both sides. So I don't know what's going on down there, but hopefully you guys aren't.
And
I could
also
pull it up. But
pop Glamour's and Tommy's YouTube links in the chat as well. We'd really appreciate that. Thank you.
Tommy's only how many off? 5,000.
Oh, I should make 5,000 for Christmas or at least the New Year.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm about 80 off of 5,000 at the moment.
that is so cool. That's
I
badass.
usually get about 86 subscribers a month, so
We have to watch the counter every day. See it like flip and then wait an hour.
I'm not that
Flip.
bad. I'm not that bad.
Now, when you do hit 5,000, do you celebrate? Do you do a big celebration where you're drinking port and lemonade, or how does that work?
I can't be asked for all that. No giveaways.
You like port shots?
to do a giveaway. He won't. Like he should make a clock like he made Lindsay and Alvin and give that away. I think that would be good.
Yeah, that clock is so cool. Still on
You
our
know, if
YouTube.
I knew somebody who had some honey, I would give away honey, but I'm not there.
No.
No, I'm just trying to win some honey. I'll be honest. I'm just trying to score some honey.
Oh, we can send you
But
some.
yeah, I was gonna say, would it get through your customs?
It'll get through customs.
We don't want to get you arrested, Dana.
Oh, get me arrested for food? Yeah, get me arrested, honey. Orange is the new black. I'll take it.
I know. How bad am I going to be if I get arrested
Right.
for food? What are you in
Right.
for? Food?
That's a yeah. Nobody would
Don't
be
mess
shocked
with
about
that, bad bitch.
All right, people from all around the world sending me food.
Nobody would be surprised if I got arrested for food. Nobody. There'd be Aunt Boo with the bail money and a 6-pack of Dunkin' Donuts. Yeah,
Mhm.
I can totally see it.
Your address
You
is
must
on
have
that box.
starved in
isn't it?
there.
I know. Satan's dandruff is powder from donuts. Is like
Oh,
Yeah.
Your address is on this box.
powder donut.
Your address is on this box, Dana, so we'll send you some back because your address is on there.
Oh, you don't have to. That's really expensive to send things across the pond.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
I I mean,
I'm
he
not
has
gonna say
5,000
no.
subs.
We'll just send you a tiny little sample.
A
Yeah.
little symbol would be good for me.
We'll send you a bit spread on a piece of bread.
You can just tell them
Bread
it's
will be-
drugs. They'll push it
The
right
bread will be
through.
mouldy, but the honey will
Yeah,
taste
this is
fine.
America. They'll just be like, just write meth on the side and they'll push it right through.
Like,
They don't
oh.
care. Yeah. What, honey? You're under arrest. Meth? Go ahead. We don't care.
Thanks,
Right, like
Nichola.
Daryl.
It'll be interesting to see if our honey tastes totally different to your honey.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I
That
never
would be
tried when we was in
interesting.
New York. When we was in New York, I never tried honey over there, did we?
No.
Should have done.
It's
Yeah, Alvin
if you
said,
get-
thanks, Nicola. You just reminded him that we needed to feed our cats also.
Oh.
if
Ours
you
let
get
us know.
honey-
Ours just go nuts.
If you get honey in the US, make sure you get it at like a farmer's market or something. Don't get it at the grocery store, because if you do, it's going to taste like your grocery store honey too. It's going to be,
Yeah.
overly processed, and
Mm.
it's just going to be weird.
We go for maple syrup when we're in America. That's our
Oh,
go-to.
we
It's
do.
not even American, is it? It's Canadian.
Yeah,
Sorry.
we do get some good maple syrup, but you gotta it's so expensive. It's so expensive for regular real maple syrup here.
Yeah.
The Northeast is where the good maple syrup comes from, like Vermont,
Yeah.
upstate New York, places.
Oh, I was like, when we went to America, it's like, oh, great, we're going to get some like cheap stuff. It's like, it's so expensive.
So expensive. Some of it's
Some
so
they don't
expensive.
even have their tax to the price. You find out
Yes.
the tax when you get to the checkout.
So frustrating in America because you kind of add it up in your head, and then when you get there, it's like you got this add-on at the checkout.
Yeah.
You know
Well,
what I think you
especially
guys
in
should
New
do?
York.
I think you should throw it in the Boston Harbor and I'm kidding.
It's me like, back at you, bitches.
I know.
It's been 200 years in the making. Yeah,
Colonies.
that'd be great.
FU colonies.
Right.
Yeah.
Up yours. Yeah, we wouldn't mind.
Junie is saying, Aunt Boo, she's still recovering from the belly laughs that she had
Oh,
watching a
yay.
total review of Family Stone. It was hilarious.
Yay.
Yep.
Patrick said, I was there for the Boo content, but the movie was horrible.
It was horrible.
That movie was just shit-tastic. It was so
It was
awful.
horrible.
Uncle Albert said, Die Hard is/isn't a Christmas movie. I always take the opposing position to anyone who wants to argue about it. I sometimes like to wind people up. No, I would never believe that of you, Uncle
I
Albert.
think you could, but I think the argument can be made both ways. But I'm going to say, no, it's not a Christmas movie. And I never called it a Christmas movie. I just love watching it around Christmas time. So
Every time it's on.
you'll have to tune into my review because I'm going to list the top 5 reasons why Die Hard is a perfect movie. I mean, the debate about whether it's a Christmas movie or not, I think that's old news, but I think it's a perfect movie. I will argue why. You'll just have to wait and see. It's
Wait and
perfect.
find out.
Can we see your Christmas tree, Boo?
Oh, sure. Here. It's
Oh,
not quite done.
cute.
It's still a little crooked. And we don't
Oh,
have
it's
the
lovely.
angel on top.
I love that basket at the base. Is that a basket around the base?
It's it's actually a collar that's just woven. It's a tree
Mm.
collar. But I got it at Target.
That is beautiful. Really nice.
Thank you.
Right,
It's
look.
flocked. There we go. It's sorry about there's other crap in the background. It is flocked, and as Grandma
Flocking
said,
trees.
Crap in the background.
It's a giant flocking mess, is what it is.
do not get a fake flocked tree.
Don't do it.
And I wear a lot of black. I think I'm depressed. Don't know
You're
why I wear so
neutral.
much black. But
We
it
say
just sticks
neutral.
to everything. It sticks to everything, and it's the worst. And I have dark floors, as you can see. My floors are dark. It's just a mess. I'll
Mm.
never do it again. But it is pretty when it's up.
Yeah.
It's pretty, and then it's messy. Pretty
And
messy.
then yeah.
God. Well, it looks lovely.
Thank
And then
you.
it's a fucking nightmare to put up.
I have to say though, anything that's like really pretty is normally a fucking nightmare and causes a mess. Like anything
Yeah.
that's sparkly.
Case in point. No, I'm
That's
kidding. I'm
I like glittery stuff and like sequins, and whatever you buy, it ends up everywhere. It's on you, it's on the floor, it's
Oh, wait.
everywhere.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, let's get a real Christmas tree this year, and we can hoover for 31 days.
Yeah.
Mm.
We've got a proper like fake, like it's tacky as anything. It's a rainbow Christmas tree, and I love it.
I love it.
That sounds perfect.
Find this week, actually. Talking of Christmas and Santa, we found this pretty little guy. He's really nice, and the only thing that's wrong with him is it looks like his little like hook has come off the top. But
Oh
he
yeah, we
still
just watched the
stands.
video where you found that.
Yeah, he still stands, and there's nothing wrong with him. So
Yeah,
we're
he's
like,
in perfect shape.
Everybody's got replacement hooks. Yeah.
we're just going to stand him up, and Santa can't be left in the bin.
Nah.
It's not allowed.
I can't believe all them Silvac bunnies you found in that bin.
Yeah, no.
I know, that's crazy, because I've been trying to learn sort of different values of breakables. I'm interested in it, and I try and learn.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, we'll take them, you know, they're all right. And then we got home and we like looked them up. I was like, bloody hell, like 60 quid for like a little bunny. It's like, it's not even that big.
Yeah.
That was like someone's handed in their nan's collection of ornaments, and the charity shop have just taken it and just dumped it in the bin.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
but
like,
They didn't even take
it's
it
like
out
they've
of the
taken
box.
it, they've taken it in that box and they've just tucked the box straight out there.
Mm.
definitely.
That's what that looked like.
It happens all the time. The amount of times we caught them on camera, actually, we watched them take the donation clothes out of the bin, the donation bin, and
Oh,
they
what's
actually
that
were just
one?
putting
Yeah.
them into the normal bin. And we were like, what are you doing? And they said, oh, it's because they're mouldy. So we opened the bags purposely on camera to check, and there was nothing wrong with the clothing. It's just they
Yeah.
didn't go through it. And they were just like, emptying all the people that had gone there, you know, with a good heart, thinking they were doing something nice,
Mm.
giving the clothing to the shop. Little do they know, then people are just emptying that and putting it straight into the bin, not even
Yeah.
checking through it. There was
Yeah.
That sounds like the Goodwill. Yeah.
And most of the damage on those ornaments were probably caused by them just throwing it away.
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah.
I found this little
Aw.
drunken Santa. He's so drunk. Look at him. He's laying out. He's like, hey, Mrs. Claus, what's up? I found this thing for like $0.25 at like this little secondhand shop that I go to. It's like tucked away in this little mini mall. I call it my honey hole because I found some orange tab Levi's in there. I mean, I find like vintage gold in this shop. But yeah, he was $0.25 and he's drunk, and he's got like a permanent place in our bar because he's
Yeah,
just like up on top of the fridge.
Santa's allowed to have fun and get drunk too.
Yeah.
Junie was going to put our channel up and then realised she's watching us. Thank you anyway, though, Junie. Patrick says his unpopular opinion that he doesn't really care for Die Hard.
That's it. That's it. Sorry.
No, I love Die
can't-
Hard. I
can't
watch
be
Die Hard
around.
over and over again. It's like Back to the Future. I
Yeah.
can watch it every year.
Die Hard is defo a Christmas film, Rich says. Uncle Albert says, anyone ever see the Die Hard Christmas ornament with Bruce Willis in the air ducts?
No. That sounds so cool.
I need this in my
Apparently,
life.
someone
Yeah.
is selling one on eBay for $300.
I
Oh,
believe it.
Jeez.
Yeah,
wow.
I believe it.
There's also a cool Christmas advent calendar as Hans Gruber Alan Rickman, RIP, fallen off the Nakatomi Plaza.
That I've seen. Yeah,
That is cool.
yeah, I've seen that before.
Lisa said it looks
I'm going
beautiful.
to Google it.
Lainey said, yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. I hope this is one of your reasons, Abu.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's one of the 5 reasons. Is the
Uncle Albert is putting Krampus in the chat. Well, that shouldn't be allowed because Jeff banned the word Krampus. Ban on Krampus is ineffective. Not good.
Aw.
No, night, Junie.
Night, night, Jenny.
Good night,
Night,
Judy.
Judy.
Mwah. Sleep well.
Hey,
Dog.
Donna. How are
Hey,
you?
how you doing?
P. Murph said, do worry, boo. I've already unsubbed, unfriend, and moved on.
Dang.
Oh, he had a backup in his pocket. He was like, she's gonna go at some point. I better have a replacement.
Night,
Night,
Phil.
Phil.
Enjoy your
Good night,
patrol.
Phil.
And I'm at the bottom of the chat again. Yay!
You know what though? I think after you watch my next video, Patrick, that I will convince you to like it. I just want people to watch my next video. Shameless plug. I think I'm going to convince people that Die Hard is worth a go. If you didn't like it before, I think you will appreciate it.
Who does not like that film?
I don't know.
Who doesn't enjoy seeing someone barefoot run over glass? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's perfect. It's perfection. And I'm not going to get into it because I want to save it. I do have a question for the panel, though. I have a question for you guys over in England.
Uh-oh.
What do you guys?
Oh, so not me. Okay.
Not you, Dana. We've already had this
screw me.
discussion.
It's cool. Yeah,
But
bye.
I think I might need to bring our British friends into some of our discussion about Love Actually.
Oh God.
And what
Oh,
everyone
yes.
thinks about Love Actually. I do want to do a panel discussion on this
Christmas
movie
is all around me.
without going too much into detail. What do you guys think in general about Love Actually?
It's a chick flick. I've not watched it.
What about you, Nick?
Can't say that.
What?
I don't like it actually.
I don't think I've seen it.
Wow.
It's too schmooshy. Like where he stood. Is that the one where he stood outside the door holding up those cards? Because he
Yeah.
had
Yeah,
her
the stalkers
boyfriend's in
thing.
there.
Yeah.
She should have shut the door on him straight away. I'm sorry.
That's what I said.
That's not romantic. That's
She just got
cheating.
married to his
That's
best
you
friend.
hitting on your best friend's wife and telling her to lie to her husband
Exactly.
about who's there.
Exactly.
Yeah. I do love the movie though. Huh?
Okay.
I fucking love it. Like,
Okay.
love.
See, these are the two extremes.
It's like it's proper.
It's like
sort of
Marmite.
lovey-dovey, like I like getting into their moods. I'll have moods where I want to just watch action and violence, and then I've got my horror movie side, which I fucking love horror. Anything horror, like scarier the better. But for me, I have that little mood in me that sometimes I just want to watch a smooshy movie where it's like, and I like all the different storylines that come out of Love Actually. However, it hasn't aged very well with a few of the.
No, it hasn't.
Yeah.
But the little boy being encouraged to go and approach the girl, or the other way around, that would never happen.
No,
If
not
I tried to get my son to go and approach a girl he kind of fancied, he'd be like, "Fuck off, mum."
so.
My life.
And I don't think any of us would go to like such drastics that they like he runs into the airport and there's this whole thing over like a kiddie sort of like.
I know, yeah.
It is over the top, but I think sometimes with movies I like to get lost in that kind of over the top. It would never happen in real life and this sort of thing.
He does have a particular set of skills, though. That
He
man.
does.
Yes,
He
he
does.
does.
I adore Liam Neeson. He's just like my favorite ever.
I love him.
love
Yeah.
He's like my old man crush because
Yes.
he's old enough to be my granddad, but I think, oh, in that Taken speech, I just think, oh,
You know you're going to be rescued.
yeah, it's like hero, like, oh, I love him, and he is getting like quite old to keep playing the action movie, like kicking ass, but at the same time, he's still kind of.
If I was the parent in Love Actually, yeah. If I was the parent in Love Actually, I'd be like, he'd be like, "Oh no, she's gone to the airport." I'd be like, "Yeah, you're screwed. Come on, let's go get an ice cream." Food equals love. Go have some ice cream.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
It's been raised here just recently that the fat jokes over, especially like Martine McCutcheon, like the Prime Minister's secretary,
Yeah.
saying like back then that was kind of almost accepted as, oh, you know, that's fine to say, but now it's like, for one, she wasn't actually fat, so
She's not fat at all.
That's the thing. Yeah.
two,
She's
it's like really insulting.
I feel like she is the most attractive person in that movie, or the most beautiful woman in that movie, and yet they're calling her chubby, and that's some crap. That's some bull crap.
Mm.
Sorry, I don't know what the cursing level is on your show.
It goes as far up to about the C word.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
I'm only on
It's
level.
bullshit. That's what it is.
No, I'm only on level 1 right now. I can go up to level 5.
Oh yeah, you've got like 12 levels of religion to yeah.
Yeah,
You're
it
good.
did not age well, and you are totally spot on, Lindsay. It did not age well in the freaking fat phobia. Freaking.
But women are
Well,
so
and there's some,
sexualized
I
even
mean,
today.
yeah.
It's crazy. You can't
There's
do
some other
nothing
stuff.
if you believed everything, about fat, ugly, hair, anything.
Mhm.
But, so many men on YouTube are over the age of 40, overweight. They don't bother about what they look like.
What?
And,
I think she's talking about me.
Why'd she put her hand on you?
You're like, or
That's you. That's you,
But
that is.
they are, and they don't give a shit about what they look like. Whereas if I go on
it's
YouTube
literally
right now,
pointing at him.
my bloody hair done. I brushed my hair today.
You had it cut.
I had it cut today.
Not especially for the show. She really needed it cut.
But I wouldn't dream of, thinking. Oh, I would actually think, and I do think, probably sat here, people are judging me for how I look rather than my content or what I'm going to contribute. And that's the difference between men and women. And I don't think that's changed from the 70s, to be honest with you. People
I
may
don't
be
think
a
it
little
has
bit more discreet about it, but
It's the
It's
reason
still there.
why I waited so long to show my face, even on my own YouTube channel, and why I wanted to start producing content for other people is I'm still very camera shy, and I think that's why, because I know my face isn't perfect and my body's not perfect.
no
but-
one's is. No one's is. So
And I think that
Don't worry about that.
expectation, it's been started long ago. The expectation for female perfection was started a long time ago. This movie did not age well, and it contributed to fat phobia and all that mess.
yeah. And then some films, like Lee can't understand why I won't watch. And it is because there is an element to it which says, like, women are less than perfect just for being themselves.
Mhm.
And it just really annoys
I don't watch
me.
those kind of films. I watch
No,
Saw.
no, you don't watch those.
I watched Saw.
For fuck's sake.
There's none of that in Saw.
Oh my
Like,
god, I love you guys so much.
skinny,
I just
like,
met you and I love you.
women
I
who
wanna
are
adopt
perfect who are saying I'm ugly or something, and films like there's a film I saw recently, Before She Knew She Was Pretty. I'm like, no, you're not even being advertised on my telly because it's bullshit.
Yeah.
That's
My
how
question
strongly
is,
I
why
feel
aren't
about it.
why aren't more people being throat punched for this crap?
Exactly, that's what I
I'm so
think.
American. I'm like, let's just punch him in the throat. He's
Well,
asshole.
there's that
Let's not
other
don't change
scene.
their mind.
There's that one scene in Love Actually where Colin Firth's character goes to propose to the woman who is Portuguese, right? Is she?
Yeah.
Yeah. And her sister is kind of chubby, and she goes along with her. And it's just perfectly acceptable to call her names, and the dad is calling the sister names, and
Yeah.
you know, that's not
He's like,
okay.
oh,
That's
this is a fat, ugly one. No, 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 no.
I know.
And the other thing about that,
painting himself. The dad is like fucking horrendous looking, to be fair. It's like
Yeah.
you're slating your daughter, look at you.
This is what I think you mentioned this. Didn't you mention this, Lindsay, last week on your show with Sophie, and some guy on the street was like, hey, yeah, it called you a name basically while you were passing them.
Yeah,
And
it's like,
yeah.
oh, fatties, he called us. And like, we kind of walked, I didn't really hear him. And Sophie was like, did you hear what he just said? He said, called us fatties. And I was just like, fucking hell. Like, I don't take any notice. I couldn't give a shit what people think of me anyway. Like, I'm at that age where I'm past giving a fuck. But it's just like he was probably a bit drunk, but it's still like he had the guts and the audacity to just like pass us and for no reason.
Who has that level of audacity? I just don't understand people who feel like they can just make comments like that to your face.
True.
People who have never been punched in the throat for it. That's what I'm telling you. A lot of throat punches people.
Alvin was like a little bit in front of us because he was like, if I'd have had that, and like by the time we'd mentioned it to Alvin, the guy like had gone. He was like, if I'd have heard that, you know, and I was just like, just leave it. People like that are not worth, because it's normally you will end up in trouble
Yeah.
rather than the person that actually did that.
Yeah, you can't do it in front of a cop, that's for sure.
True.
I don't know. I
Don't
think
punch people in front of a cop, guys.
I
Or
think you're
on
onto
somebody.
something.
You know, in this country, 3 policemen a week are taken to court for sexual harassment of women.
Police.
Wow.
And that's just the Metropolitan Police.
Doesn't
Good.
surprise
It's
me.
so
They're like corrupt.
disgusting.
That I'm quite sure it's happening here too. They just have that. They have that they call it the thin blue line, where you know they protect each other.
Yeah.
I'm just
They have
spitting truth,
WhatsApp
guys.
groups and
Yeah.
all sorts.
Well, ever
Just
since
calling
that
it
young
out.
lady went missing, is it Nichola? Was it Nichola Bully? No, I'm thinking
Sarah Everard.
Sarah Everard went, and
I
we.
just thought. Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, guys. We found out that it was actually a cop that had actually abducted her, murdered her, and everything.
And he's
Oh.
told her he was a policeman to get her in his car. He told her that she'd broken lockdown laws. And then when there was a vigil for her, the police broke it up. It was so awful.
That's an abuse.
But in this country, you're meant to dial 999 for the police. But if you're a woman alone, you have an option to dial 888, so no males come to rescue you.
I didn't
What
even
other
know,
country in the world has that?
I actually didn't even know that was a thing. Actually, Nick. To be
Yeah,
honest.
we didn't have that.
Yeah.
Listed.
Yeah, if you don't want men, or if a single policeman pulls you over for any reason, you can dial 888 and you can get women there, police women.
Now we do have a link. We do have a link to the ACLU, which is the American Civil Liberties Union. They have a link where you can actually, if you get pulled over by a cop, you can hit that link. It'll automatically start recording. And they download the recording as it's recording, so that if it gets cut off, they still have that recording for you. And so usually, you know, if you tell a police officer that you've done that, then, you know, sometimes maybe that'll help. But yeah, Aunt Boo, we actually went to church with the gentleman who became a police officer. And he was actually fired for pulling people over and asking for sexual favors.
Yeah.
It was a kid we went to church with. We grew up with. You know, the kids with the real big foreheads?
Oh my God.
He was that kid.
I don't
He
think
was
I don't think he's alive anymore.
Well, you know,
Is he?
probably somebody throat punched him to death because he kept sexually harassing people.
But it's like the use of the word Karen. It's just come about to silence women under the radar. That term will never be blocked from a chat, from social media, from Facebook or anything.
Shush.
But it just silence women.
I had no
Right.
idea what
Tommy, I thought that was you. I swear to God. I was like, oh, is he throwing up?
She's giving me a dead leg. She just flopped
I couldn't
across
tell
the
if
lap.
Tommy was mad or if he was puking or what. That's hilarious.
This grumpy little guy here. This one.
That's right. Right on, sister.
All right, I don't have much time. Can someone explain Brexit to me? I'm kidding.
Where should we
I
start?
got 5 minutes. Can we get into Brexit right now?
Yeah.
That question's always like, where should we start with the mess that is Brexit? It's nothing to be said really.
Hey, Bockies.
Hey,
Aw.
porkies. Sean said, "Got to run, folks. Half asleep here. Have as much fun as possible. Remember, only say no if you can't explain the mess, how it happened, or why you thought cider/vodka made a good cocktail." Hello, Sean.
Run.
That feels oddly specific, Sean.
Very-
Uncle Albert says, "Just watched a new David Fincher movie with Michael Fassbender called Killer. Very interesting
Ooh,
flick."
I haven't seen that yet, but that's next. That's
I
coming up
like
soon.
Michael Fassbender. I think
Ugh.
his teeth are weird, but I like him.
Michael Fassbender.
Mhm.
Donna knows me too well. She said the level is 0 to nut. Lol.
To see you next Tuesday.
Hmm.
Lainey said the film, because Lainey says film, is around the time of size 0 figure being popular, I think. Probably.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that film, the Love Actually. I love watching it every year. I love watching it. But I love watching it in the same sense that I love watching like It's a Wonderful Life or Miracle on 34th Street. I take it very much in its own like time zone. And you know, you take that sort of thing with a grain of salt. Teacher says every time a bell rings. I'm like, nobody talks like that.
Well, to be fair,
I
have
just said that last
a
night,
really
Tina.
different opinion of that Wonderful Life. Everyone I've ever heard has always said, "A Wonderful Life is the best Christmas movie ever. It's the best." I watched it and I was like, I've just wasted pretty much 2 hours of my fucking life watching that. It was crap.
It
And I
was.
like old movies, so it's not like, oh, it's because it was an old movie. I like old movies. I was just like, really? This is like the best fucking movie ever? Really?
It was ripped to shreds when it first came out because it was so schmaltzy or
Yeah.
schmushy, or as you guys say, it was so like syrupy, just sentimental. bleh.
Yeah, they rolled it in sugar and then dipped it in syrup. I mean, it was
But-
so over the
But
top.
because it was so panned when it first came out, they started showing it on like Sunday afternoon cinema, or like you could access it for
Free TV.
free
Mhm.
TV, and then everyone kind of fell in love with it because they shoved it down our throats, and so now everyone
Down
loves
our
it.
throats.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, Veronica says, "Aunt Boo, you were just right, and we love you and your face."
Love your
I love
face.
your face. I
Donna
loved your
says,
face
"Don't
since you.
get me started on fat shaming. Forgive me if I say this wrong. We are extremely wrong for commenting on someone's race, someone's gender, disability, sexuality. Rightly so, but still, fat shaming's okay."
Yeah, exactly. They're like, oh yeah, you can't comment on anybody's. You can't even comment on somebody's eye color, but you can comment on, you know, whether or not they had a Twinkie. F off.
It's usually the grossest, most ugliest,
I think we're both fat and
fattest
sassy.
guys, or just ugly guys. No, don't come on here. Commenting on other people's
Oh
appearance.
God!
Yeah.
Excuse me, I've got a beef stew on the stove. I'll be right back. Totally forgot about it.
Yes,
So,
Lisa,
yeah.
how did he get away with it? It was because he was a police officer, because she would have never got into his car if he
No.
hadn't said, "Oh, I'm a police officer." Because let's face it, we grow up being taught to be able to trust the police and that they're going to protect us.
Yeah.
So if you're a woman on your own walking at night and he says, "Get in my car, you know, I can get you home, I'm a police officer," you put that trust into him. And little did she know, bless her, that he was, I won't say the word that he was.
But I read that book, The Gift of Fear, and in that book it says good men don't ask to help carry your bags. They don't ask you for anything. You know, good men that you don't know, basically strangers, and that
Yeah.
includes the police. You know, they shouldn't approach you unnecessarily. They've got no reason to.
And that's true, but I think when you're caught unawares, it's so easy to say, "Oh yeah, okay, he's a police officer," I feel safe.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Because
I think
before
women.
that,
Yeah.
I think women are taught to be polite and pleasing as well. Like from a young age, we're given these we're given these instructions that, you know, be polite, smile at people, and don't be rude. And so when someone offers to help and you feel like it's impolite, or even when someone comes to your door, I don't know if this still goes on over there, but people still go door to door trying to sell things to people.
Not really.
And we're told to be polite to them. Even you can't do that. My mom got robbed that way. So it's like when you're taught to be pleasing, and that if being rude is sort of rude or fat, I guess, or God forbid you're both, is like the worst thing you can be as a woman, then yeah, people will find a way to take advantage of that. I think
It's
that's
like
how,
he says there's men that don't take no and they look for ways in. And it's such an interesting book because they give you like details. They try to make out they know more than what they do, but you've got to keep saying no. You don't want that help. Oh, but you only live on the first floor. It's no problem for me. No, I don't want your help. But honestly, I'm going this way. And they carry on. And what he says, I'm sure we've all experienced at some point with men that don't know how to say no. They want to get in there. It's so interesting. I listen to it on Audible during the day, but then I have to turn it off because it gets a bit scary. And I start to think, oh, is that my neighbour? Is that man my neighbour? But yeah, it's
I
really
always
good.
think, did I date that guy? Was that a mistake I made in my 20s? I don't know.
Yeah, you do start thinking like that.
Mhm.
But yeah, he's really good. I listened to it on Audible and he sounds like that Baz Lutheran. Do you remember the Sunscreen song? It gets a little bit monotonous
Yeah,
after a
that
while.
for years.
Oh, that wear sunscreen. That was like a
One piece
graduation.
of advice. Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah,
I just took
we had an experience here where like there used to be this street sort of sweeper guy that worked sort of in our town centre, and he always used to talk to Alvin, but then he was one of these, like, if he see you on his own, he'd want to chat to you, and he was a bit flirty. And I don't know, like, most of you will agree, like, there's some guys you'll be around, you'll be completely comfortable with, and there'll be others where you'll feel really uneasy and just have that gut feeling that you just feel really uncomfortable and you don't know why, but in their company, you feel like, I don't feel right.
Yeah.
And I used to say to Alvin, I don't like him. There's just something about him I don't like. I don't like being around him. I don't really like talking to him when you're not there. Or he makes me feel really super uncomfortable. And I said, I could be wrong. He could be the nicest guy in the world, but there's just something about him in my gut that I don't like.
Yeah, don't ignore your instincts.
And all of a sudden, there's a Rasta guy works downtown that also talks to Alvin, and he said, oh, did you hear about so-and-so? And he was like, no. And he said, oh, he was arrested. He murdered his girlfriend. He bashed her head in and left her in the flat all day. And I said to Alvin, I fucking told you. I said there was something about him that just didn't seem right. And I felt super uncomfortable in his presence, even with Alvin, to be honest.
You hate to be vindicated that way, but isn't that, like, listen to your instincts, listen to your gut. We know.
That's in that book as well about not ignoring.
Listen to your heart.
But yeah, it was super weird. I was just like, wow, like I knew there was something off about. Obviously, I probably didn't think it was that bad, but I knew there was just something off about him. And then we find out that he caved his girlfriend's head in while she was in bed after he proposed to her. Should I add?
Holy God!
And she'd mentioned another guy's name. He went off his head, bashed her face in, left her in bed all day while he went out and tried to cover his tracks of pretending like he'd just gone to work and everything was fine. And they found her body later that day in the bed in the flat. So my gut was right that there was something really wrong about him.
Yeah.
I had a high school counselor. My high school counselor was, he always wore these weird pants that, this is a weird thing, but you could see his bulge. And it bothered me.
That's awful.
It bothered me on such a profound level. I never went to him. I'm thinking, you were the high school counselor and later on, he gave me the heebie-jeebies. I did not like to make eye contact with him. I couldn't look anywhere. Like I couldn't look at him at all. Because he
Do I
just
know
had
this guy?
bulgy pants. Well, I don't know if you remember Mr. Bowley. Do you remember Mr. Bowley?
Yes, he did have Bowley's bulge. Yes,
Bowley's bulge. He was arrested for hiring someone to kill his wife that was the second time in prison. The first time he was arrested, he was slowly poisoning his wife with arsenic.
Oh my God.
And he was arrested for it. And then
I would
from
never have
prison-
guessed him for that. Yeah.
From prison, he tried to hire someone to go ahead and finish off the job and kill her. It's like,
Oh
come
my
on, you really
God.
didn't like her. But yeah,
Well, what was he going to pay him in ball sweat?
balls. Yeah. He was
I mean,
like,
honestly, he had like there was a going joke about this guy's like package just being like always on. Yeah, you could like tell his
Always.
religion from across the room.
he was the kind of guy who liked to lean on the desk. So the
Yes.
bulge was like front and center.
Oh,
Yeah.
Mm.
And I never liked him. Never
My
liked
old
that
head
bulge.
master.
Guy.
You just know that he's
Um,
pressed ham with somebody. If you guys don't know what pressing ham is, that's when you have like a clear piece of glass. Usually it's people mooning and they'll like press the ham up against the glass, but it happens from the front too. And I bet Mr. Bowley was like a ham presser from way back. I bet he was.
Patrick Murphy agrees. He said he hates the use of the name Karen like that. He knows so many wonderful people named Karen. His first transsexual crush was Karen Dior. I actually am guilty of the use of the word Karen, to be honest, and I can actually willingly admit that. But I would also use the word Kevin when it's a bloke. So it's just a word that I've picked up, and like I think there are really moany people, and we need to find a better word, probably.
Yeah. Yeah, because I bet I didn't even think of people who are called Karen, actually. It must be quite devastating for them.
Yeah, I
Um,
imagine it probably is.
Why aren't we just calling, bitches bitches? I mean, why aren't we just calling a bitch a bitch? Or
Yeah.
an asshole an asshole?
Mm.
Yeah, I'm not sure where the Karen thing first come up, but I'm sure it's because someone once said, "Oh, it's because like anyone that's moany, they normally are called Karen," which I know some Karens, which are really nice people. So
Yeah.
I think it's race specific too. I think it's white women who are entitled, who are moaning about something that they feel entitled to that isn't happening, or that complain about the most basic things.
They're complaining about some minutia.
Yeah. But I think it's used too much. And I think that it's another way to put down women, even though I've used it a couple times. Like, I know.
Well, me too. And me too. And the thing is that, don't you find that most of the subjugation of women, whether it's like bitches or hoe or whatever, most of the time women pick up on that without thinking about it. I know I do. I just said bitches just now. I know I do. And I pick up on these phrases and don't really give too much thought about, the whole background of it and what it's doing to, my entire gender. Never think about it really.
also,
And I
think-
should.
A lot of women
Have
are.
a great day.
Bye, Patrick.
It's super
A
time,
lot
huh?
of women who are older fight the case for a lot of women who are younger. So you say it's like white middle-aged women who are moaning, but they're the ones that really stick up for younger generations, I think. I know here in
And
this
some-
culture.
Yeah. And sometimes it's that people are being assholes and they do need to be called out, and they do need the manager called on them. Not every instance of some white middle-aged woman standing up for herself. Good. Sometimes you do have to freaking stand up for yourself.
Yeah, it's not
That is-
always because she's entitled. It's because she's fighting a corner for someone that
Exactly.
probably others can't see.
Middle-aged women in general are often, kind of shoved to the side anyway,
Marginalized.
no
Oh,
matter
sorry.
what color and what race
Yeah.
or whatever nationality you are. It's that they're kind of a overlooked segment, I think.
you
So
get
you
an
gotta
age
be
and
bitchy.
you're pushed out.
From the middle-aged women's sector, I agree.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, Lisa said
Certainly
that
feel it in your 40s, that's for sure.
that's actually true. They've actually made Karen restaurants, and Lainey said the same. We have Karen restaurants where you get really bad service. Yeah, which is true.
Yeah,
because they
it's just
obviously played
terrible.
on something that was like a trend, and
It's just silencing women because you don't want to be labelled Karen, so you don't complain.
Mhm.
That's a
and
good point.
I actually put the link in for the 888 phone number there. So for anyone who didn't know about it, because I didn't, and Lisa said she didn't either, it's there's information about it there. So thanks for that, Don.
I like how the guys kind of left while we're talking.
Yeah. It's funny. Tommy, Lindsay,
We're
Tommy,
gonna
and
go to
Alvin
the
both had bathroom
bathroom
breaks
for a
at the same
yeah.
time.
Yeah, babe, you
We
and
don't feel
Tommy
awkward.
covered off while we're having girl talk.
Yeah.
He said he needed a tea, bless him.
Yeah.
Gone for a
It's like, I
tea
need
and
a tea. Go ahead and discuss your period or whatever you're going to do.
Yeah. Let's talk about
You guys
night
go ahead and
sweats.
sync up.
All the men are gone.
I've started having night sweats and I freaking hate it.
Oh, underboob. Girl, don't get me started.
You started what?
I've
night sweat.
started having night sweats, and I think I'm 45 years old, and I feel like I'm kind of entering that phase of change, but it's slow change, thankfully, but it's happening at night now where I'm having night sweats. What the hell is that?
I know.
Menopause. Welcome. We have
No.
T-shirts. No, come on in.
I reject your menopause.
Yeah.
Get
You're gonna get your
HRT.
own menopause. You can reject mine all day, but
Lainey says from the UK we usually don't complain in general. Well, I don't know about that, Lainey, to be fair. I reckon we can be a bit moany sometimes. It's normally about the weather though, to be fair.
So, are we totally butchering it? Is British still an okay term, or should we call you English, or what is the proper addressing?
UKian. Yeah, I think
UK.
it depends really. Some people will be like hardcore, I'm from England, like, and like for me, I'm quite happy to be called British. Like, I am what I am.
But there are Welsh people who are incredibly want to be Welsh, don't want to be part of England, same as Scotland, as I'm sure you're aware.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think most people, like Lindsay said, are okay with British.
The weird thing is that when I think of the UK, I only think of Great Britain. And I realize there's a lot of other territory involved in that, but I only think of Great Britain when I think of the UK.
No, I
Like
think
when I think of Wales, I think
one
of Wales.
in
When I think
Ireland.
of Ireland, I think of Ireland. When I think of Scotland, I think of Scotland.
No, I think United Kingdom is Scotland, Wales, and England, and Great Britain includes Northern Ireland, or one of them includes Northern Ireland, one of them doesn't. Do you know, Lindsay? I don't know.
I have no idea. I'm sure it's exactly how you said it. I don't know which way round it goes though.
Yeah.
We use it all interchangeably, but I'm sure there's a proper way to do it. I just want to make sure I'm not offending anyone and coming in here like a dumb American with my cheeseburger in my mouth. Like
That's
doing
my
something
fear is that
stupid.
I'm just gonna, stumble mouth first into some trouble.
know.
I just know.
Even like we'll get some forms that we have to fill out here, and if it says like, sometimes you'll click on a form and it will say like United Kingdom. Sometimes it will ask you to be specific, like England. Like it's really weird how it works because
Yeah, because you're so used to pushing you to go right down to the bottom to go United
not
Kingdom,
there, you're like, huh?
and it's not there. And
So
then you
my
go
pretend gay boyfriend is Wayne Goss, and he's in Wales, and so that's how I know that there's a difference now.
yeah.
My pretend gay boyfriend is Grandpa. Also, he's a couple of other people's gay boyfriend as well, so that's cool.
Kind of a bear.
I'm joking. He is such a bear. He's a blonde bear. He's
Oh,
like a polar bear.
Grandpa gave us half a peep show today, so we
Oh,
might
you
get
did.
for that.
He gave
He
us
did.
the most pale shoulder action of all. It was like, you want to be
It was
blinded
so
by a
hot.
masculine shoulder with a round
So
to
hot.
it.
Yeah.
It's like, yes, I do.
Yeah.
No,
I'm
gross.
still
That's
moist.
gross.
Yeah, it was hot.
Moist. Someone just say the word moist?
Kinda. Maybe.
That's
Oh,
my
Lainey says it's the other way round, and I can't remember what I said.
So
Reverse.
it would be the United Kingdom has Northern Ireland then, and not Great Britain.
Yeah, we don't use Great Britain very much, only for the Olympics anyway.
Now, if you're from England, do you prefer British or do you prefer English?
I'm quite
Well,
happy being called British, but as I said,
Yeah,
there'll
I
be some
am.
people that'll be like die hard, I'm English, and there'll be others like Nick said, like, oh, I'm Welsh or I'm Scottish. Like, there'll be
Yeah.
some people that don't really want to be part of a whole thing. They just want to be their own thing.
Yeah. I like the Union, so I'm happy with British.
Right, Pip, pass it down.
And Lainey said, my husband is Jason Momoa. I wasn't already married, Lainey. I would say I'd have to fight you for that. But I am already
Oh.
married, so I'm going to have to like let you have that one.
He is already married, but not to Lisa Bonet. He's married to me. I just keep him. I keep it a secret. Don't tell Glenn.
So
Don't
guys,
tell
I'm
them.
telling you now, we have now got to a 3-hour live
Oh,
and are going to in fact now bugger off and let everyone
Yeah.
get on with their evenings and going to bed or getting on with their
burning
day.
leaf stew.
So thank you very much
Thank you, everybody.
to Tommy Lee and Nichola for not only
Thanks for
sending
having
us
us.
beautiful
Thanks
honey,
for having
but
us.
also for agreeing to come on with us.
Woo!
Thanks,
It was
Dana,
so
for
nice
all
to
our,
meet you guys.
thanks,
Yes,
Dana, for all our
thank you,
treats.
Dana. And
Oh, my
I've subscribed to
pleasure.
you, Aunt Blue.
Thank you. It was so nice to meet you
Even
guys.
that one.
Even
Yeah, that's
crap
messed up.
people. Thank you to our lovely glams. I always go the wrong way because it's mirror.
This way.
We love that. And thank you so
Goodbye.
much for Aunt Boo for jumping on.
Yeah, no.
Yay. This was fun. Thanks, you guys.
Thank you to Lindsay and Alvin.
I'm going to be sending links out. We have an elite link club. So
I suck at this mirror thing too.
yeah, I always go the wrong way.
Dang, Clem.
One boy's down here, Tommy Lee's over.
All right, show off. I'm just the one that sucks at it. I get it. Yeah. So thank you all for joining us. We'll be back next week. We'll have loads more fun and games and quizzes and booze and giveaways and you know what comes with us anyway. So we will see you next
Say
week.
bye to everybody.
And have a great week.
Look at that face.
everyone.
Yeah.
Mwah.
Bye.